Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Don't Make Us Bored, Brossentia and Corndan's variety show. And variety is the spice of life. And yeah, I think that we're gonna mustard something good up for you.
Or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe it's more of a condiment mustard. That's okay. Oh, good to get Tenmicu. Yeah, you're like ahead of the game. You're here before most people ever are. Yeah, it's good. But yeah,
goes around. Jump in.
Yeah, we're gonna just shoot the breeze for a little while until we're ready to go. Yeah, so Corndan, anything exciting happen lately? I mean, you were telling me about a jerk bird.
Yeah, it was a jerk bird, and I like this bird. I assume it's one of the birds I like. We got a bunch of birds that hang out in our backyard, and I've been working on some headphones. So my hobby lately is I make modified headphones. I 3D print the parts and paint them and put them all together. Well, I'm making a set for friend of the stream, Miss Tina Hex. And I'm painting them a really cool color. Maybe I'll post it in the Discord later with how one of them turned out. And I was finishing up the last coat of paint on this one, and one of the birds landed on it and tried to like roost on it, and it didn't work, and it all fell over, and the bird gouged the heck out of it.
Yeah, stupid bird. Attacking.
Well, he knew better.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
The bird knew better.
Oh, the
you
bird.
did a bad job, and you did a bad job, and he knocked it over.
Oh no, it was looking really, really good.
No, it looked great. You should definitely see the picture. Maybe he knew the audio atrocities that would be coming from the headphones.
Maybe.
I was like, no, we gotta stop it.
Maybe not these. I mean, Tina doesn't typically.
Tina doesn't typically listen to bad things, but I have, whenever Tina shows up over here on this channel, I do worry, because here's the deal, she talks about things like 100% seriously, and I never know if it's going to be good or bad. I don't know. Her sense of sarcasm is sometimes just a little difficult.
She's so good at being deadpan about it. You don't know.
Yeah. Until she laughs, and then you know.
Well, I mean, I generally know beforehand because she makes me play it first.
Ah, yeah, that's what I love. Sharing is caring, everybody.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I get my revenge. I make her play him first.
I will have my revenge. Yeah. That's a good thing that you are able to get revenge. I don't know.
Well, I do it first, so it's more like prevenge, I guess.
Prevenge. See, I need to actually do a little bit more of making GMs play stuff for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to give out games that, like, I've seen before. And usually that means it's been on Gusu Grande before. It's just my love.
Or like Big Bad Game-a-thon.
Yeah.
Whose submissions are going now, you all should submit.
A little bit over a week left for Big Bad Game-a-thon submissions, correct.
Oh, I need to submit. I need to actually submit my thing, but somebody hasn't cut the VOD yet, and I don't have access.
Fine.
I don't know what to submit.
Oh my gosh, Tenmicu, you have to. That would be great. Yeah. Okay, Corndan. I'm gonna go ahead and make tomorrow my YouTube day.
Okay.
That sounds really depressing, but yeah, tomorrow is
my
YouTube day.
It just sounds like you're gonna lay in bed with like boxed wine and chocolates.
What?
And
That's
you
not
know,
how you do YouTube.
Right? Maybe some scented candles. And outside of the scented candles part, that doesn't sound half bad.
I mean, I like candles. Scented candles are pretty good. Tenmicu, am I supposed to be hearing anything from this game?
No, right now audio is muted.
All right,
No, it's not. We have audio now. How about now?
Baby, yeah, I hear it.
Okay.
Okay, no worries. I'm just gonna work on getting balanced and sounding as good as possible so that we can hop over to some Tesco video game. I'm very concerned.
Well, if someone expects my usual output, then it's going to be a huge disappointment, I'm afraid.
Let me just say, I really do not like whatever that vulture is wearing. It is way too baggy yet form-fitting.
It looks like a condom or something.
It does.
It's I was testing controls, reminding myself that how to play this game. I shoot him with a bubble. That's a power up I have. Don't worry about it.
Well, it's all good. I think I am ready whenever you are. We can go ahead and get this train wreck on a roll.
Oh god. Okay, let's.
By the way, Tenmicu is definitely trying to get us to gong as quickly as possible.
Yes,
I think
this is me. Well, this is the first game in the Tesco trilogy advertisement.
Oh my gosh.
For Poland. And this one, they got developers specifically to make this game.
Okay.
Are we live?
We are live. Yeah, they see this monstrosity.
I need to let me quit and let's start the game over because we want to see the intro.
Oh no.
And unlike Leo the Lion, where dude was speaking very slowly and you had time to process, this one's like none of that.
Okay, here it comes.
We have a budget, we have to do things ASAP. So,
Ow.
Okay, intro time.
Historia, którą chciałem wam opowiedzieć, wydarzyła się w pięknej krainie Tescolandii. Zły i podstępny pirat Leon ukradł wszystkie zabawki przeznaczone na prezenty w Dniu Dziecka. Uciekając ze swoim łukiem, trafił na archipelag Magii, siedzibę władcy zabawek. Władca zabawek, wzburzony postępowaniem pirata, postanowił go ukarać i wywołał magiczną burzę. Pioruny uderzyły w balon, rozrzucając wszystkie prezenty. Pomimo ukarania złoczyńcy, władca zabawek nie był zadowolony. Zbliżał się przecież Dzień Dziecka, a piękne zabawki zamiast w sklepie leżały zagubione na wyspach archipelagu Magii. Użył więc swojej magii i ożywił sympatyczną zabawkę skrzata. Wiedział, że przy twojej pomocy, drogi graczu, skrzat będzie w stanie odnaleźć zabawki i dostarczyć je na czas dzieciom. Zapraszam do gry. Powodzenia!
Okay, so the story is that a pirate stole a bunch of presents,
Yes,
got
and
struck
they-
by lightning, they fell, and then the pirate is
magic-
now Santa.
No, there was the magic toy master, and he was angry with the pirate, and he struck the lightning to destroy the balloon.
Oh wait,
And,
Santa killed the balloon?
Yeah, let's say Santa killed the balloon, and this is specifically said. He was upset that the toys are not in the shop, so he resurrected this dwarf to collect them all.
Okay, cool, but what is the creature your mouse is hovering over?
That's a rat, I think.
I think
You got
that's the best part about it.
pirate, got Yago.
Okay, well,
Okay.
let's go, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get gonged ASAP. In 3,
Well.
2, start.
Witam wszystkich śmiałków,
So there are
którzy chcą
3
pomóc
words.
skrzatowi w jego misji.
Okay.
Przed wami pierwsza...
There,
Okay, whatever.
Wispa,
Just talking
is
to
that
me.
island?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I'm the Mr. Up to jump, and well, off we go, collecting all the letters.
Heck yeah, gotta spell. Advertising
TESCOLANDIA.
games, they're so good. Everybody, can you spell
course.
with us?
Every present also have the names. Tesco.
Okay. Well,
I use the power up, or there are 3
wait, did I
power
call this
types of
edutainment?
power-up.
This is. Oh no, you just wrapped
No,
them
this
up.
is not edutainment. This is not edutainment.
I don't know. I'm learning about Tesco. I'm learning that they didn't make a very good video game here. The game itself, it runs fine.
You know what? I mean, legitimately, this looks like bad early 2000s Flash game.
I mean,
considering
right, like the engine that it was running on, what was it? The
Shockwave?
Macromedia.
That didn't work. I gave this game to Corndan and he couldn't run it.
Like, I could install it, right? Like, it would install, and then it will not play whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or
and
better,
this thing,
or worse, yeah.
This thing is amazing. This engine, because this game is on front. Period. Nothing else cannot be on front. This game has to be.
Okay,
it.
so here
You
are
cannot
thoughts.
force it.
I have thoughts
all
about
to
the
be
rat that you're talking about. I think it
minimalized.
might be an armadillo.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure it is, because we already
Same.
know how you go about armadillos. You don't know the difference between that and mice, which leads me to believe it is now, in fact, a mouse.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh, I did not mean for that discussion to come up. Okay.
Well, then you shouldn't have called it an armadillo.
It looks like an armadillo more than a mouse. It doesn't look like an armadillo either, but more armadillo than mouse. Actually, probably more Animaniacs than armadillo or mouse. To be real here.
I mean, I know that you went to college. You supposedly know the difference between a mouse and an armadillo.
It's true. Okay,
Oh, you're
that's what
professionally
education is all
trained.
about.
You're professionally trained to tell mice from armadillos.
Yeah, and he's not very good at it.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. They weren't exactly. I don't remember the word. Low reviews on armadillo rat courses over there. You know. Accredited. Yeah, we got our accreditation except for mouse armadillo stuff. Okay, so is there anything interesting in this game?
Everything technically works.
That's not true. Because it didn't work on my computer.
Well, works for me. Well, the thing is, everything is super easy, and this is, I know this is a bit dumb. This is the little games for kids, where everything is made to be super easy.
Yeah, like this is a brainwashing game, okay? Because they don't really care about making anything entertaining. They're like, hey, you have 5 minutes to make us a video game that works, that has our name in it, like every 5 seconds. And if you can do that, then we'll pay you.
I mean, I do like getting paid.
Yeah.
I am big fan of surviving by having money. Anywho, they make like the company that made it in games, Imagine Games, I don't know.
Okay.
In Krakow, Poland, they make like 4 games that were this, just with different graphics.
Oh, 4 games that are exactly the same game? Okay, where you have to run around as like Franken-Elf.
Yeah, there is one where you run around as Red Riding Hood.
Okay.
And
is she also undead?
She's ugly.
Okay, so possibly undead.
Yes.
You know, I would believe this elf is completely undead.
Yeah.
I mean, those eyes, right? Just look at the eyes. That elf is dead inside.
Well, look at the skin too. It's like it's not really a healthy skin color, you know. Very pale, almost greenish. I'm also colorblind though, so you know, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt.
I'm no expert either.
Yeah, by the way, thank you, Guinea Prince, for the raid, and it's Chikabo for the sub. I appreciate you all being here to watch this quality video gaming content that Tenmicu thrust upon us.
Well,
Weird
it's more
animal
of a
balloon and all.
it's more of a educational. Here's the first game of Tesco
Oh.
trilogy.
Oh, so
It's
that was
only better from there.
yeah, the other Tesco game was definitely better.
Yes. There is the second Tesco game, which is the football one, and I might submit it because I found a way to make it fun.
Yes, making games fun. That's what playing them is all about.
No, this is the problem. The football game, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Therefore, it's not that interesting.
I mean,
But
this
there's
game
one
is-
thing that will make it fun. This one, oh my god.
It's quote unquote fine. Like it functions. It's just
Well,
it's
it's late.
hideous.
Well, it's late
playable.
in the night, and I need to go to sleep soon.
Yeah,
So I'm
Tenmiku was
putting
like, if
myself-
I fall asleep while playing it, I won't be too surprised.
It's a big struggle.
She's trying
Because-
his darndest.
So how many times do we have to walk through the desert collecting TESCOLANDIA?
4 levels, I think.
Oh, we're almost
didn't-
through the desert with
We're
an
almost
elf
through the
with no
desert.
name.
His name's not Shane.
Also, no personality. I hope it's not Shane. No, actually, he's a big enough jerk that he could be a Shane.
In intro, they told it's dwarf. That's about it.
By the way, all the Shanes
The toy
watching
dwarf.
this, no offense. Instead, offense to all the Chads out there.
No, Chad gets a bad rap.
I don't know. Every Chad I've met kind of fits the Chad stereotype.
Not true. I can think of some Chads that do not, for sure.
Well, congratulations. You having a different worldview than me.
Well, I know, and my worldview is right.
Okay. I'll trust you on that. So why do you have, like, balloon attacks? Are those, like, grocery bag attacks? Are you shopping and buying the animals?
Well, it's a game for kids, therefore there must be no violence. So I'm shooting balloons. Also, I have the AoE balloon that permanently stacks the.
Ah,
enemies.
yeah, AoE elf. Whoa. Okay, this music
I
is
know.
way too intense for this game.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like the graphics fine, the music's fine, but the gameplay is terrible. In the not that interesting kind of way, terrible. There's
Yeah.
nothing broken about this game. The game's not lagging ever. Oh, level 4, okay.
Yeah, here's the deal. I think there should be more games, shorter games, cheaper games, with worse graphics. And this, unfortunately, it fits all of those because it doesn't have gameplay either.
The only interesting things for me personally, the sounds.
I mean, it's
Because
also,
they-
this is what Utah looks like. Like, look at the background. We have those, the rock lumps. Yeah.
The only interesting thing for me personally are the sounds, because every single Polish shovelware game had those sounds. the
Corndan,
same
we're at 10
sounds.
minutes.
It's like
I mean, if you want to gong it, that's fine. I
I'm
would agree with
gonging.
that.
There goes the gong. You can hear Tenmiku.
Ah.
But I am gonging this
Thank
because
God.
I need it gone. Because this is... Welcome to video games that have no personality whatsoever. The game! Oh, I just had
okay.
to. I'm so happy.
I kind of hoped to see level 2, because level 2 is exactly, I guess, level 1. The same thing, only a little bit different colored.
Yeah, probably different background. I am
Yes,
0%
that's it.
surprised about that. Well,
Yes.
Tesco, do better.
Yeah, and they did. Thank God. They're shutting down in my hometown, but they did well.
Okay, well, at least the racing game was more interesting, even if it had, like, no personality as well. It was still funny. Yeah, I think anything else, Tenmicu? Anything going on that people should know about?
I'm enjoying I'm playing Ikaruga of all things. I want to 1cc this game.
Ikaruga. Ooh.
Very hard. Very. I managed to 1cc every single level, but not entire game yet.
Wow. Yeah, good luck with that.
And in a few months, I might get an internet upgrade.
Yes.
And I might start streaming.
Oh,
regularly.
that would be fantastic. Honestly, it's always a good time when you're around. If you don't, though, that's completely okay. We love having you around here. Just fingers crossed that it works out.
Yep.
All right.
That's about it.
We'll see you later then. Thank you for bringing your terrible grocery games.
Yeah, sorry. Next game will be a bit more interesting. I promise.
Will it also be terrible grocery games?
No, it will be animal racing.
Ah, yeah!
Wild animal racing? Yes, I'll take that.
Oh! Okay, you're speaking my language, Tenmico, and also never apologize for sending a boring game, because we kind of like to bring out the gong every now and then.
Yeah, that's why I did it. I look at the Excel spreadsheet. Man, that's a very little gongs for a gong show.
Well, there you go. All right, go have a good sleep, okay?
Yes, take care.
Take care, bye. Corndan, I did not like that armadillo at all.
I'm pretty sure that was a rat, and I left you my comments about it on Discord.
It's a very phallic rat. Like, I don't
A
like
little bit.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool, rat. Well,
Right,
up next...
and then the bubble didn't help.
Not at all, but at least he was protected. Okay, let's go ahead and bother InternetDirigible.
Who should be in we should tell him to be in the red channel.
Yeah. All right, let's go hop over. InternetDirigible, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hey, welcome. It's good to have you, and I hope that this next game has more than rats and balloons. Or armadillos and balloons.
I mean, I will say it is pretty samey. So, it'll be up to you on whether I just, I quote-unquote speedrun it, so I wanted to get the word out there about it.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and that you were like, I want other people to see this game so that maybe they will play it as well.
Yeah. If you want a speedrun game with no strats. Because there's no route or strats, so that's the best part about it.
I sort of love doing games like that, that other people haven't touched because, bam, I get to figure out how to play the game myself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love routing. Yeah, go ahead and get your game up whenever you would like.
Okay.
And
there you go.
Yeah, let me work on getting everything captured and looking good. So, how are you doing these days? What's going on in life?
Oh, doing pretty good. There's been a lot going on in Mystery Funhouse. Maybe not as much as sometimes a year, but there's Mystery Tournament will come up. Mystery Tournament will happen in the latter part of the year. I was doing a thing called Miss Scorey for a while, where we did a 2-hour score attack. And this was one of the games I did on it, actually, because I already liked the game. So it's the only game I did where I was actually better than the contestants.
Oh, really?
And then the rest of them I just hosted. I think you take that tactic a little bit yourself, probably.
A bit. Honestly, there are plenty of times where I struggle. Also, YouTube, why did you suddenly start playing the entire soundtrack to a video game? Thank you. YouTube.
Oh yeah, before I actually start this game, I'll have to There's only one song I like, and you can pick which song plays, but I'll do random just so we get more variety, even though I only like one of them. So I was just watching the last game, that TESCOLANDIA, and it reminded me, I couldn't find footage of it, but I thought I would ask you, because if anyone knew, it would be this channel. There's this Hugo video game where it was like played on a TV show or something, and he walks really slowly and stares at the camera. I don't know who Hugo is. He's some sort of European goblin creature. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Huh. Let me think.
Someone in chat might know. Because there's like very little interaction with the game. I think it was played on some sort of interactive TV show. So like, all he does is move slowly and then stop. And he stares at the camera the whole time that he walks.
Oh,
it's really
yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, I remember. I think that we actually had it on this channel one time. There was Hugo the show. It was... Yeah, Tenmicu definitely knows it. It was a point-and-click adventure, supposedly. Well, is this like that at all?
This game, no, but TESCOLANDIA was kind of like it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I can tell you about this game if you want to. I was just waiting. I was burying the lead here.
I mean, you should tell us about this game.
This game is like a matching game. Some people call them drop puzzles. There's no good name for the genre. I don't like calling Tetris a puzzle game because I feel like it's not really... It's not even close to like Sokoban or something. They can't be the same genre. So I feel like there's no good name for this genre. But it's a matching game. And the way that you interact with it is you roll a cube around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are to begin.
Oh, sweet.
Eccentric baby.
To random. So we get
Eccentric baby.
multiple.
What a good name.
Yeah,
for...
Eccentric Baby is the name of song 5, which is actually good.
Uh-huh.
The rest of them, one of them sounds like Leighton music, which is fine, but I'm just not like, it's not fast. We'll see how well I can explain this while I actually play it. Ask questions, and then I can answer direct questions.
Sounds good. As soon as I just tell me when to start.
All right. Well, I'll count you down. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Oh yeah, I don't like this song. So the way you play this game is you match up the colors with the matching colors. The only thing you can do is roll around a cube, right? So that's the only ability you have.
Okay.
You won't match if you're holding the button that you use to roll. So the way you roll is you just hold down a button instead of just moving left and right. So if you're just constantly holding it down, you'll never make any matches. You have to let go of the button to match, so that can kind of get you. The goal is to build up before more or less time runs out. You can see on the left, there's like a little meter.
Oh yeah.
And that'll start turning red as the clock ticks away. And that's like the tower crumbling beneath you. Physically, it makes very little sense, I'll admit. Because I don't think towers crumble that way. But basically, it crumbles beneath you, and you have to build it up faster than it can crumble. There's 8 stages, but the only thing that changes is the background.
Okay.
I mean, and the difficulty, but like the gameplay doesn't significantly change on later stages.
Yeah.
But that's how you can sort of speedrun it, is you can finish the game as fast as possible. And I wasn't planning on speedrunning it, but I just played it a lot because I really liked the game. And then I looked, and there was someone had it on speedrun.com, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that when I beat the game, I beat it faster than that. The next time I beat it, I did beat it faster than that. And so,
perfect.
I actually don't know. I've like watched the video. I either lose or beat it way faster than the time that was already on there. I don't know how to beat the game that slow, but I do know how to lose. So maybe I just play more aggressively. So the main mechanic, you can see that I'm matching things. If you match things vertically, you get 2 extra ones that grow beneath it. If you match it horizontally, you get 2 extra ones that grow beneath each of the columns.
Mm-hmm.
So horizontal matches are better, but I mean, it's there's a lot going on. It's hard to plan for it.
Yep.
But you can sort of roll a block up onto like you can roll it up by 1 unit. And when you roll it up and then bring it back down, I'll do it here as an example.
Yeah,
It'll be on a different side, so you can manipulate it that way. It's slow though, so you don't want to do that too often, but sometimes to set up a combo. And then the only thing you'll see like chain pop up on screen, that is really important because that'll grow bonus rows underneath.
Ooh.
Where you are, but it's just time-based. You just have to be fast to keep a chain going. The timing is really short though. If you, like, I bet I won't get a chain here, yeah. So you have to match them really quickly. If you have any questions, I don't know how well I'm explaining the game. I feel like I'm explaining it
I think I can understand it pretty well. The biggest confusion, obviously, is the setup that you have to do in order to move which thing is on the bottom. But
Yeah.
it looks like that is fairly understandable after you do it a few times, yeah.
And that's the only time you can do it, is just when you're moving stuff up and down. Eventually you get like a weird innate sense of like, you'll see a color and then really far away in a straight line another color, and you'll like know if it's gonna roll perfectly onto it.
Yeah.
You just like feel it in your bones.
My bones! Wait, is this a boss fight? Are you fighting Canadian geese?
Yeah. No, so this is level 2. The geese are in the background. Eventually you go to space. Spoilers.
Okay, I can dig that.
Oh no, I was gonna reference a movie that's currently out, so I won't do that. Because that would be actual spoilers. You
Oh,
can't really
no.
get spoiled in this game. You can unlock other characters, but I don't like... There's like a little
Why would you
worm
want
guy.
to look at this guy? He's awesome.
I know. There's like
Yeah.
a little worm dude, and he's kind of cool, but he stands in a funny way, and I find it difficult to tell whether or not he's on the edge of the block. Because, like, you gotta be careful when you're holding the roll button and when you're not. Oh, these arrows. I haven't talked about the arrows. Those are, you can only roll the block in that direction. So you see this one, I can only roll
Yeah.
counterclockwise. But basically, the way I play, those are useless block, because every once in a while you can do something with them.
Yeah, you got lucky right there.
Yeah, but you can't ever reorient them, and so you can just kind of roll them forward. You can get into a situation where they're like backed up against each other and you're totally locked out. So one of the more advanced strategies that I like to do is if you end up building up a really tall tower, you can just start throwing stuff off the sides and hope that it matches somewhere below you. That's an advanced strategy. is to hope that you accidentally make a match. And it works a lot of the time. There's only 4 colors. I mean, so the chances aren't the lowest in the world.
I love it. The advanced strategy is hope.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say desperation.
I love it.
But right now, this is a slow run, comparatively. So, like, I would say that 3 minutes per level is a nice, like, goal.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any big combos. You can get big 8, 10, 12 combos.
I
And
assume
each
that
one
the
of those
layouts here
has
are
2
random,
rows.
right?
Say what?
Are the layouts for each level random each time you
Yes.
play?
So there is a lot of RNG, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like you could probably get through anything regardless. You could get really good RNG. It's difficult to get RNG where you're like, well, that was totally the game's fault, because normally you can tell where you've made mistakes.
Yeah.
You can miss in the middle of what could have been a good combo. See, like right there, I had green right next to each other, but it didn't match. And we'll say that I did that on purpose, but I didn't do it on purpose. One really cool thing about this game is that, like, if you do a big combo at the end of the level, obviously the combo stops when the level ends, but it does resolve in between levels, which is really cool. It doesn't, like, eat your combo if you're in the middle of it. I don't know of really any other game that does that.
Yeah. By the way, Chad is
Chad's
asking
asking-
what counts as a step.
Oh, that's like how many... Step is a really confusing term. So there's a step bonus, which you get which is just how many times you roll a block is counted as a step, and that's like a counter in the bottom right, you can see.
Oh, okay.
But then when it says last 9 step or whatever, that's just like English. That means that's how many rows you have to go until the level ends.
Okay, that's how many layers you'll have to make.
So you can see on the left, when those circles are at the top, the level is over. And when the circles turn red, that part has crumbled.
Why didn't that clear it? Huh.
Oh, because I was holding the button.
Oh,
so
okay.
I did that on purpose. So if I hold down the roll button, which is the way you interact with the game, is just by... Because you can walk anywhere, but if you're holding the button, blocks roll underneath you.
Ah, gotcha.
So I did that on purpose so I could build up a bigger combo instead of just... And I don't like go for combos purposefully. Like, I don't know if you've ever played like Pokemon Puzzle League or something like that, where when they play it, you know, when the people who are good at it, they try and specifically build up combos. It might be better to play that way, but I don't. I feel like it would be kind of slow. You just kind of have to react quickly.
Yeah.
This is why I said there was no strats or anything.
Well,
because
this is still
you-
fairly complex, even if you're saying that there are no strats per se. I do
Right.
think that, you know, playing it first just to get the feeling for it, and then if you really wanted to, like, get super good at it, like, studying a little bit more, but that would take a lot of work.
Yeah, well, I haven't tried to do any, like, advanced analysis of anything. One thing I found this game by watching some random YouTube video, and I just, like, immediately fell in love. I just thought it looked so cool from the outset, and then I was, like, way worse than the guy in the video. But then I played it a lot. He said in the video that when the tower is uneven, the clock ticks faster. I own the game. I have the manual, and it doesn't say that, but, like, I don't know, that could be true. There's nothing that says it isn't true, so I don't know. So that, it could be that you want to keep your tower more even. On the final level of this, you definitely want to keep your tower even because that will end the stage sooner. It counts a row being done when, like, every single block is filled in.
Yeah.
But here, I like to keep it uneven when I'm playing so I can drop a bunch of stuff off the sides and there's more opportunities to match. Because, like, if you... Oh, and if you happen to make it perfectly flat, it grows a little bit and you get a ring bonus, because if you did make it perfectly flat, then the game would end. Like, you wouldn't be able to move a single piece, a single block.
Yeah.
So they have fail-safe built in. The bonus is not very big if you're going for points. I don't think you'd ever want to do it on purpose, but...
What you were saying about the timer, honestly, there were a lot of sort of urban legends about what you could or could not do in certain games back in the day. So I'm not too surprised to hear one of those things that probably isn't true, because,
Yeah,
like, I'm
no,
looking
it's
at the
true.
clocks down there. No, they're totally in sync the entire time.
Also, it would be difficult to determine. They definitely go faster on later levels. I mean, the difficulty increases. That's one of the ways.
Oh, like the clock at the bottom left instead of the
Yes.
bottom right. Oh.
Oh, yes. So that clock is determining, like, when the next row crumbles. So when you get a combo, not only do you get the bonus rows that grow beneath you, but you get, like, fewer... It'll make rows that had crumbled not crumble. It moves the line down by 2.
Okay.
Down by 1 for every 2 combo that you get. So as long as you keep getting combos, you probably won't lose. I used to not, like, I would only beat this like 40% of the time, and now I beat it most of the time. I don't know. We could see me lose because every level's independent, so it just sort of depends. You know, the luck of the draw. Another thing that the way the difficulty increases is you get, it's so weird because I'm not even really thinking about playing the game. I'm like talking to you, and I just, you get into a zen state.
Yeah,
See, that's the
fair
best
enough.
sort of speed run, when you don't have to practice too. Because, I normally do blind racing, and it's like, that's just because I don't want to, like, learn a speed run. I have to practice it and stuff. That sounds
Yeah.
awful. Let's do this. But yeah, another way the difficulty increases is you get more of those arrow blocks, which are just basically dead space.
Okay, gotcha.
You might get more blank blocks. Sometimes blocks will spawn and they'll just be entirely gray.
Yeah.
And you can't match like gray with gray.
No, those are basically, they're down there, they're done, just get them out of the way as quickly as possible.
So like right here, I'm not loving how things are looking, because it just seems like there's not a lot going on. There are a lot of colors. As long as it's colorful, you can be happy with what's going on here. But also when you get that sort of like double match and match on two sides,
Yeah.
it is nice because it's more blocks, but it doesn't affect your combo or anything.
Okay.
Or, I guess it's called chain, which is the most important thing. But yeah, I somehow have the world record for this because I think nobody's like tried. I don't know. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
I'm good at it.
Well, I never heard of this game. This is pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie.
It's definitely different than any other sort of matching game that I've played. It's definitely better than Pyramid, which I've seen on Kuso before. What is your favorite matching game?
Me?
Yeah.
The one on Mario 3, because you get fire flowers out of that one. and-
Yeah, I guess that is a matching game.
Yeah.
That's a bad name for this genre too. There's no good name. I've heard drop puzzle. I guess that's okay, but like I feel like that's a little confusing because in this game nothing is dropping. I guess sometimes, but that's not like it's not like Tetris.
Well, I'd almost say it's an action puzzle game.
Action puzzle.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe it'll grow on me. This
I
is
love
a
it.
genre that's plagued with just bad naming. Because if you're looking, it's like, if you're on any storefront and you say genre puzzle, it's like, well, you'll get things that are like puzzles you have to solve, like Snakebird or something. And then
Oh,
you'll
I
also
love
get
Snakebird.
Tetris.
I've never heard of Snakebird.
Snakebird. Okay, Snakebird is amazing, and you'll hate it forever.
Yeah, Snakebird is like the hardest puzzle game. I feel like I'm pretty decent at puzzle games. I can't beat Snakebird is so hard. I can't even understand it.
Every once in a while, I go back and like clear one puzzle, and I'm like, I'm good for a year. Because out of any game in like any puzzle game out there, even more than Baba Is You, it's the one that pisses me off the most. Snakebird.
Everything's so fun and colorful, and it looks like it should be so easy.
It's literally impossible.
It's so hard.
Corndan, you should totally play it because the thing is, it's so hard and it doesn't look hard at all. And it's like, why?
I'll stick with Baba Is You.
Honestly, you would probably like Snakebird as well. You don't have to stick to anything. You can play multiple games, Corndan.
I mean, you assume I have time to play games.
Yeah, you've got a kid.
I used to be able to play multiple games, but now I'm a certified speedrunner. So this is the only game I can play anymore.
LOL. Hashtag LMAO. Yeah, speedrun. No,
Well, see, here's the thing. No, you're free until somebody else challenges that world record.
That's
Yeah.
true. I've already improved it. I hope I don't get it here. I had to like show stuff about the emulator. So if I get it here, I'm not recording. So
But
I had a
we
pretty
are.
good combo
We're
there. That was
recording.
11. Okay, so the nice thing, like I said, this game, the combo will resolve. So this level, I'll just start like way higher. See, look on the left, I'm just like way up high already.
Oh, that's convenient.
Ooh.
Yeah. And as far as there aren't a whole lot of games that are like this and have distinct levels, but out of the ones that I have played, none of them none of them have that feature. I've never seen it before. So like there was me figuring out how far away this green really is.
Yep.
Because I don't have the amazing spatial awareness to just be able to tell. But you did notice when things were totally flat, I got kind of lucky, but like you don't have very many options when things are totally flat. kind of like Tetris. In Tetris, you don't want stuff to be totally flat because you have nowhere to put anything. This is kind of like that. This is just like Tetris. But we'll have like true competitions for this coming up soon. I guarantee it. It's the next big esport, people.
I hope so.
Are you just gonna make people play it on Mystery Tournament?
I already made them play it on a different thing that I did that was score based. But then like most people who played it were like, I'm not playing that again. I think this game is awesome, but I mean, it's just, you know, this is very. From the moment I saw it, I felt like I knew that I would really enjoy this game.
This is charming. Like, honestly, this is something that I think I would enjoy.
It's good. It's very relaxing. The top score on the leaderboard, like built-in game leaderboard, is 120,000, and I've only gotten that one time. Which I think may have been faster because you get a time bonus at the end, and then also when you go faster, you get bigger combos, which build up more bros. So I think time is pretty associated with a high score. They're definitely related. Yeah, so like I already finished that level because I started or no. Oh, darn it. It wasn't filled in over here.
So close. So close.
It's like that. Yeah, so this is awful right now. Like, okay, I got lucky that matched there. I think I maybe wouldn't have been able to finish this level otherwise. Although that's never happened to me before. So maybe the game is some sort of math. But it would be pretty complicated math, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Just to know. Because I could still mess it up, I feel like. So there's no way that there's just a complete failsafe. Maybe the game will notice when you can't do anything and give you some things as mercy.
Maybe.
I don't know, it's never happened.
Or it'll just be like, you lose.
It might. I mean, what happens is you see it crumbling underneath you and the music gets all intense. And then you just fall.
We might find out.
Yeah, we might. I'm not this level's not going super well. But yeah, this is probably the favorite whatever this genre is that I've played for me.
Yeah, I dig this.
There is no competitive, I don't think. There's no like 2-player. They probably could have made it work somehow, but they didn't.
Oh,
there is a puzzle mode, which is like where you have a limited number of moves to do that. They have that in like Pokemon Puzzle League or Devil's Dice, or is it Devil Dice? One of the two. I don't know if you know that game. That game's really
That sounds
complicated.
familiar.
It's kind of like this, where you can roll dice and you can roll them by standing on top, but you're on an isometric grid, and you have to match up. First of all, you have to understand what sides different numbers are on a die, because when you roll it over, the number's going to change.
Yep,
And you have
6
to-
is opposite 1, 5 is opposite 2. Yeah, I got that.
And you have to match up, like if 2 is facing up, you have to match that up with exactly 2 2s. Or if 6 is facing up, you have to match 6 6s.
Okay.
It goes by another name too. It was originally on the Wonder Swan Color, but then there's a PlayStation port. I know the PlayStation port's called Devil Dice.
Yeah, the
If you want
general
weird games.
the general strategy for a die, by the way, is that if there are opposite sides from what's on top to what's on bottom, it will always add up to 1 above however many sides the die has. You roll a d20, then the bottom one and the top one will add up to 21. Yeah, if you have an odd side, or like it's an odd number, there's not really a good way to do that because you're not going to have both a top and a bottom number. But
Yeah,
if
I've
it's even,
seen-
they'll add up to 1 above the even number.
I've seen some like that where they end down instead of ending up, and you have to like pick it up and look at the bottom to see what you rolled. Odd-sided dice are weird because they don't have an exact opposite face usually.
Yep. How does that work with the D4? I guess it would depend on the D4. Like, if you had it just
It doesn't really,
well,
because the D4 doesn't have opposite faces.
there are some D4s that do. If you get, like, what is it? Sort of a rectangular piece, and then the 2 ends on the ends are just rounded, then you'll have 4 sides. And that would work with the top and the bottom. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's not going to work with every single die that's made, but there can exist a die for any even number that has the opposites add up to 1 more. There's your theorem, okay? Anybody want to prove it for me?
I'm glad that I've sparked such engaging conversation here. All right, final stage. Well, don't gong it yet.
already?
We'll see if I beat the final stage. Oh, this is a bad start. Partly from me and partly from what the game has given me. We'll see what happens here. Can I get this combo? Yeah. So generally, I feel like 3 moves if you're like having to stop each time is the most you can do before the combo runs out. The timer seems inconsistent, but I think it's just inconsistent with like the level of stress that you feel when you're trying to make it happen. So I don't actually know, but the timer is very short. And there's angel wings on screen to represent it. Like I said, I own this game. I have the manual. There's no fun lore, unfortunately. That's partly why I wanted to own this game, to get the fun
This is
lore,
like
but it's
Monopoly Man before he grew up. That's my lore.
nothing. It's a pretty wild situation that he's in. I mean, I'm okay with that.
That's why he
I'm
moved
definitely
into
okay with that.
capitalism.
Yeah, that seems about right. This guy. Yeah, I mean, the game is called Tall, but then sometimes it's called Tall Infinity. Then sometimes it's called Tall Infinity. The Tower of Babel, is that what it is?
Yeah,
I think that's the subtitle. I'm trying to remember if there's another word in
let me
the
just say though, usually Tower of Babel, they end up like babbling.
It's true. And I'm not a whole lot of that in this.
No,
I don't know
just-
if we even got the song that I liked, because I've been focusing more on what I'm saying, but I only like one of the songs. It has kind of like an Arabian feel. Reminds me of like Prince of Persia or something. One of these songs just like sounds like Leighton music, which is fine, but it's like not intense enough. I need to get hype. Oh man, so it just barely missed the combo there. That would have been nice to get, but it looks like I'll definitely not be losing.
Cool. Oh geez, you've got this tower. It's so high.
Yeah,
I'm so
so
high,
if I
I'm
was
babbling.
able to ride that up, technically it probably is slower to have a tower really high on the final level, because the level ends as soon as you fill in the last ring. But I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's definitely better to get a higher chain, so you just do what you need to do. That's what I'm saying. The strats are very loose at this point.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if you want a game that you can probably do well in, have at it, people. Love some competition. And it does seem kind of like RNG the game, but I feel like it's not. All right, there we go. And then you get an in-game time, which is even better. You don't even have to run a timer if you don't want to.
Cool. Let's find out what your in-game time is.
Oh, we got to watch the credits first, but they are short. Oh no!
Did it
Did my
freeze?
emulator crash? Oh no, it's back. It's back.
Maybe.
There we go.
Tall.
Tall Infinity Step. Okay, yeah, here. So I have the game right here. Let me see if there's anything interesting in the manual. It's made by Hamster.
A hamster made this game. No wonder it's all
there
about
was some
just
people
moving
joking
stuff.
about that in the chat earlier. I've never heard of Hamster in any other context. It's also made by
It's an animal.
Check or A1 Games. A1 Games is the publisher. On all of their covers, or on a lot of them, they like put the genre of the game on the cover. So like,
By
it'll
the
just say like
maker-
sports, and it'll be like a sports game.
Yeah, by the
but
maker
then
of
some of them-
A1 steak sauce comes
Yeah.
Tall Infinity.
I mean, why not?
Exactly. So it shows a little diagram of the PlayStation. It has autos. You can turn autosave off if for some reason you're like, you get a bad score and you don't want it to show up on the leaderboard, I guess. I'm not sure why you would turn autosave off. No lore. Sucks. I thought there'd be at least some. Like
That's
one
okay.
of what's going
Just
on.
just make up your own lore, right?
It's not giving me a lot to work with. We had the geese. We had the fighting geese. That was something, I guess. I have a feeling this will be a pretty slow time because my score was low. Slow relative to my world record is 24:01 in-game time.
Okay, let's
So we'll
find
see what
out.
this is. Oh, I got. Oh, this is a really good name entry screen.
Oh no.
Okay, you know what? I kind of like that.
Yeah, and it's not hard because it's not like slippery. Auto saving. 25:01. So this would have beaten my record a week ago, but now
sweet.
I've moved way past that. Professional gamer here. I'm 24:01 now.
That's what
So
life
step
is
up, people.
about. This tower, everybody, if you want to topple InternetDirigible's tower, you know, you can try playing this game. And honestly, like, I really like the ideas in this game. It's fascinating to me.
It's true. I wish that it was a little bit more fleshed out sometimes, but it's really good.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately, it's interesting. I'd have to play it to see how well it plays out, but I like what it's trying to do.
I will say it controls as well as it looks. When I had never played it and just saw a YouTube video, I was like, I want to play that, and I played it, and it felt exactly like I thought it would.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah. I'll have to give this a shot sometime because I love this idea, and I feel like just based off of what I saw here, like, you played pretty well, but I think I could beat you.
I'd love to see it.
Maybe. That
I don't think I can beat you, and that's okay.
An actual advanced strat, I will say before, is that you let go of the roll button if you're ever falling with a block, just in case it's gonna match at the bottom and you like weren't keeping track of that it would match.
Okay.
Because if you're holding the button down, the block will never match.
Yeah,
so you
that
could
makes
just
sense.
keep rolling it around. This is the puzzle mode I was saying. I haven't done it and I don't like it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. If you've ever played any other game like this that has a puzzle mode, it's exactly that.
Various puzzles to see what you can, like, what you have to do in order to clear everything. Yeah, it makes sense.
This was obviously the wrong thing.
Whee! It is
But anyway.
all good. I think we'll go ahead and let you go then. Thank you for
Great.
sharing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so are there any other projects that people should know about besides you working with Mystery Funhouse and possibly Mystery Tournament soon?
I stream somewhat infrequently, pretty infrequently actually, very infrequently we'll say. But I've been playing through all the GameCube exclusive games, call it Cube exclusives,
Ooh.
in chronological order so far, but then I kind of jumped around because chronological order was boring. And then I started playing Fire Emblem, which has like a Japanese exclusive hard mode, but then it turned out to be really bad, so we'll see what happens.
Oh no.
Like, all it does is add just like a bunch more enemies, so it just makes levels take a really long time.
Yeah.
It's not a very fun hard mode, so we'll see what happens going forward.
Fair enough.
But anyways, great show. I love, this is the only low-key show like this. You know, you could bring anything on,
I really
and
like
people
it.
have.
We've actually had some interesting submissions as well, and possibly at one point maybe a tabletop-like RPG that's been submitted. So you know, I don't know completely when that would be happening because they've still got a lot that they're working on with it. But yeah, like seriously, I love that we're able to do whatever here. We need more, like, within the speedrunning community, just showing off various games, because somebody will find it interesting and somebody might decide to speedrun it. Wait, look at this character, everybody. Is Worm.
So that's the Worm. And then there's 2 other ones which I haven't unlocked. I assume it's beating it on easy and hard. Maybe I should just do that. There's like a UFO, or maybe it's a hat. And then there's maybe an egg.
Egg! Oh my gosh! If you
I
can
might
play
like
as
to
an
play
egg,
the egg. I should figure out how to unlock the egg. There's not
Okay.
a lot of information online about this game.
I
But the
love
worm
the
is
worm.
cool. But you can never tell when he's on the edge of the block because he like hangs way off it. So that's why I don't play as the worm, even though he's pretty cool. And there's also a girl, if you are a lady and gentleman.
Aha! Yeah. There. Oh my gosh. Apparently, this company made the game Egg for PS1, so that makes sense.
Oh, they made egg?
Yeah.
The the one where you build cities and roll around an egg?
Civilization pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually saw. I was gonna I had that in the back of my mind. It's like if I'm ever a Kuso GM, but then I saw it on the other day, so it was exciting.
It was so weird, and I loved
What
it.
a game!
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
It
Thank
was
you, InternetDirigible.
Insanely weird.
It
Yep.
was so good. All right, take care. See you later.
But
Corndan, I am having a blast. By the way, yeah, what InternetDirigible said is right. You know, that we have this show where anybody can basically just show up, show off, and can have fun. There are very few games
And then
that
we gong them.
Well, every once in a while, yeah. Ha! Tenmicu. Whack that little gong in your face. Yeah, essentially, we're here. Our low-key, if it happens rule is that we don't gong until 10 minutes in, but if you have 10 minutes of something to show us, we want to see it, and you can even submit for even more. So !DMUB if you are interested. Up next, I'm gonna have an interlude before whatever interlude CosmykTheDolfyn is having. We're gonna run a quick ad. Be back in 1 minute. Okay, they're distracted by the
Oh, well, good. That'll give me a chance to go check on the paint job.
Marriott's the ad.
I don't know. They're
Marriott's
gonna. That'll give me a chance to go check on the paint job to see if the birds ruined it again.
All right, go ahead and check on the paint job.
I will.
I'll go bother Cosmic.
Why,
Hi,
hello.
Cosmic. We're not quite live yet. We've got an ad for, I guess, the Marriott going on stream.
Okay.
Let me just say, Doubletree, that's the way to go. Hilton. Whenever there's an ad, I have to put a counter advertisement. Yeah, Hilton.
Yeah, makes
It's
sense.
good. Oh, and Doubletree has cookies. Free cookies. You can get free cookies so much. They're so good.
Well, I guess I should stream this game.
Yeah, go ahead and get to a screen that is relatively easy for me to capture if you can. Otherwise, I think... Hello, everybody. We are back to Don't Make Us Bored. Corndan and Brossentia variety show. Again, this is a show where we welcome on anybody to come and play a game for us. We love to see new players. We love to see people play things professionally, casually, do high score attempts, do showcases. What are you going to be doing for us? Is this a speed run?
Okay, so this is a game. This is a sequel to a game that I've speed ran on this show before. I would love to call this a speed run, but I'm not sure I'm good enough at it yet. And that's not because. That's because of how difficult the controls are. I've spent 16 hours in this game. I think I've had one good run in 16 hours.
Oh no. I do have a question for you, Cosmic. I see the game up. I assume that is not the like it's going to be more than that corner.
Yeah, so the game shifts around inside the game window.
Okay, so basically
Yeah.
it's an HD capture. That's fine.
Yeah, it just, like, I can show it here on the next screen. Like, if you go here, you see it.
Yeah, I think I should have it captured right then. Cool. I'll go
Yeah.
ahead
So
and
this is clearly how right, you use this to test out how it would look for Hinata Beat or whatever the third one is.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So Hindenary Beat is the third game of the series, which is by far the best one. But this is the second game of this weird series is by far the worst one, and by far the hardest to actually play well. So this will be fun.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm excited. We've got it up. CosmykTheDolfyn playing Iaidoka Interlude, and just based off of the art here, yeah, I know sort of what this creator has made.
Yeah.
Fun times ahead, everybody.
Yeah. So should I go ahead and get started?
Yeah,
anytime?
give me a countdown and I can start for you.
All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So here we go. This game is split into 5 levels. Thank goodness it's only 5 levels and not any more than that. This game, unlike Shin Samurai Jazz, which I've shown on Don't Make Us Bored before, you actually have HP. No idea how much HP you have, but you always have HP. This is a one-hit kill game.
Okay, you have HP, but it's a one-hit kill game?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that they put in HP, but they just made the attack of everything do like 100 damage, so you die anyway.
Because why not?
Thank you, video games.
Yeah. The controls were meant to be like as realistic parkour as possible, which is terrible in a 2D platformer. So every single action requires multiple inputs. So like, for example, you can block attacks. It's a quarter circle back.
Well, okay, so you never want to do that?
Yeah. And some enemies you have to. And yeah, jumping on walls, you need to actually, to do a wall jump, you need to be holding the direction of the wall on the frame you touch the wall, and then within like a few frames after touching the wall, you need to start holding the opposite direction.
And then jump.
Then jump.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that's more realistic.
It is to me. Gotta face the other direction, I guess, you know?
Also, I had mentioned this in the Cuso Grande chat, but I figured out why this game is so hard to try to run on any other controller. You have to play this game on an Xbox controller. And it has the most amazing controller support I've ever seen in my life.
What?
So the way the controller support in this game actually works, what I found out is that it's running Joy to key in the background.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
It's hard-coded for an X input controller.
And it's hard-coded for an X input controller. I can open up Word right now and type with my controller. All I can type is, the buttons that you would need to play this game, but
That's so dumb. But amazing.
I couldn't figure out why all of his games have so many problems switching any other controller out, this creator's games, and I switched my live split hotkeys to have Z as my split, and all of a sudden, anytime I hit jump, it would reset my live split. And that's whenever I made the connection.
Is it
So
just using Joy to key?
Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Why? If you're making a small game, just a small indie game, why not use practical solution? You know?
Right, it makes sense. I mean, it wasn't the solution I expected, but like it makes logical sense if you're a one-person team,
I mean, yeah, this is only $1 on itch.io, so like,
yeah.
they weren't exactly making the next Fallout.
Right.
Or the first Fallout, even.
And all the music is original of the creator too. I think they actually fancy themselves much more as a musician than a game designer.
I mean, it's better music than the Demon Rush.
Yeah,
Very
I like that he advertises this as a pseudo 8-bit game, but this music is not 8-bit, like, at all.
No. Nope. I'm not even sure what genre you'd call it.
Elevator. No, okay. Basically, it's smooth jazz. That's what this is.
Yeah. So fun thing about the jumping in this game, which comes up in the other game in this series, Hinidari Beat, your jumping distance is not technically ever set. The way, which will drive you nuts whenever you start playing this game, and you'll think that you're under jumping everywhere. What it actually is that there are certain tiles that are programmed where you're supposed to land and certain ones where you're not supposed to land.
Okay.
So whenever you jump, you just kind of snap into the position of whatever the closest tile is supposed to be. So sometimes your jump will be very short for what will appear to be no reason. And that's what it is. It's the game snapping you into the closest tile that it thinks you're supposed to land in. So I would put controlling this more instead of like an actual parkour game, much closer to all of these cinematic platformers of, the mid-90s.
Like Prince of Persia?
Yeah. Like, once you get used to that sort of control, then you can... If you come into it with that frame of mind, it becomes much easier to control. But if you go into this thinking, oh yeah, this is an actual parkour game, that you will just be banging your head against the wall.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's something that throws a lot of people off with that style of game, that, there's a lot more timing than necessarily action.
Right. And the timing for a lot of these jumps is incredibly tight. And like, even with running, you don't always stop automatically either. So it's... I'm going to... Yeah, you saw there the game, just like, you're not jumping forward at all, you're just jumping in place.
It just
very
snapped
nice
you back to the same tile you were on.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the plot of this game?
Uh-oh.
So this game is supposedly set in the 1980s. It is set in the same universe as Shin Samurai Jazz, which was set in the Edo period of Japan. And basically, the original build of this game, instead of having the sword, we were just a boxer. But we're basically just climbing up a giant building, and our sister is taunting us, saying that we'll never be able to beat her because she's way more awesome than us. And that's the entire game. Like, these are all of our sister's goons, and she just appears randomly and is like, ha ha ha, you're a dweeb.
Oh, family problems.
Yeah, so that's her. So she's like, oh, we need to talk about our issues. Well, I'll see you later. And then just 4 goons appear, and that's like the game.
Yeah, I'd say...
So this is Family Issues, the game?
Yeah.
So is Hinidari Beat in the same universe too?
Yes. Hinidari Beat is in the same universe as those other 2 games, and it is set in the future. Near future. This one has the least story elements to it. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. At least for speedrunning, there's a lot less mashing of through text. But this one has far less text to get through. It's just control-wise, it's just the most bizarre control schemes. At least with Hinidari Beat, I'm going to try to get a... Ooh, okay. You can land on that platform. for some reason there we go. I grabbed the ledge without actually doing with the
That's
spikes the
great.
intended way. But yeah, this game has quite a bit less story elements than Shin Samurai Jazz and Hinadari Beat. It's still by far the worst one to speedrun just because the controls are... A lot of the control decisions were really refined in Hinadari Beat. Shin Samurai Jazz has equally bad controls, but at least it's, not one hit kill like this game.
And you're not trying to play Street Fighter at the same time?
Right. Like the doing back for blocking is just like there. I
Yeah,
missed
why
the
did he
block.
kill you with the yo-yo?
Yeah. Also, another fun thing, at least with these levels, you're not going to see it so much yet, but the next 2 levels, there are enemies that just straight up have massive frame advantages on you. So, depending on the way enemies group up, you're just... You can be stuck without any way to get in.
Oh, geez, yeah, just based on that last screen, the way
Yeah.
that enemies move is not set. It changes. Ugh.
Right. And that's nothing compared to the enemy patterns you get later in the game. It gets way worse than that.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, so there you go. I got after dealing with that enemy correctly, I got short jumps there. Hinadari Beat, you can still get short jumps where you just don't grab a ledge like you think you're going to, but it's in this game it's much worse and it happens much more often.
Yeah, it's strange that, watching this game, it seems very straightforward how to play, but you're making it very clear that it's not.
No, it's not. I think my first playthrough of this game took roughly 8 hours.
Wow.
So you got your dollar's worth then?
Yeah, that's how long it took me to build up just how unintuitive a lot of the controls are.
Do you enjoy it, though?
I greatly enjoy Shin Samurai Jazz and Hinadari Beat, and I was just so spiteful of I need to learn how to speedrun the entire trilogy that I forced myself through this one.
Well, okay.
So are you submitting this to Don't Make Us or to Big Bad Gameathon?
I already did, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It has been submitted. Let's see if I can... Come on.
That's right, everybody. Big Bad
just gonna
Gameathon
stay in the
submissions are
corner.
open.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I actually got
I'm-
the timing on that guy without
Out
having
of
to
the
block.
games I've seen so far, I am so excited for this year's Big Bad Gameathon.
Yeah,
I also
there is
sub-
good stuff so far.
Yeah. I also submitted a game that I also submitted to Don't Make Us Bored that is entirely new for me to Big Bad Gameathon. That is is potentially the worst driving game I've ever found on Steam. So that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed, by the way, being there with your run on GDQ this year. That was a lot of fun.
That was such great commentary. I loved it. It was just so chill. I really enjoyed how that run turned out. I really liked
Yeah.
it.
Who doesn't just want to chill in a Porsche while you go like 400 miles an hour?
I mean, I would probably poop my pants. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Like, go ahead and go like the speed limit. Maybe
Look, you're
over.
not gonna crash. It doesn't care. You're not gonna die.
I don't know. He bounced a lot. Okay, I saw
Well,
the
yeah, but-
bouncing.
Yeah, but did you see that? The car was still in great shape when he was done.
Yeah. Okay, so these guys are terrible. These guys with the baseball bats, they can, if they want to, they can instantly attack instead of giving you a sign as to when they're going to attack. And you cannot block their attacks. Their attacks are unblockable. So if they decide to just camp out on a ledge, then you have no frame. I've got nothing I can do here. Okay, thank goodness.
Good timing.
I've got nothing to do. Kills him in the first attempt.
Well, that was entirely luck. I just went for it. There's nothing you can do if he stands on the ledge, and there's quite a few situations where those guys could just do that, and their attacks are unblockable. They're apparently strong guys. So
Chat wants to know why we have Dinky Kings now.
Yeah, this. The smugglers, okay? The smugglers. Smugglers. Wow. How did I mess
It's
up
Dinky
that word?
King.
Dinky King. Yeah, maybe Donkey Kong was really just working for the mafia.
So I think the fun thing about this game is in the original version of this, because this is not the first port of this. The guy has constantly released updates for this game since he first released it in 2014. The first version of this game, you were not a samurai guy with your sword attack. You were a boxer. And that version is super unplayable because your hit animation of your kick is a much smaller attack than the sword slice. So you're dealing with everything exactly the same here, except a much smaller attack range.
Well, that's just fantastic. Yeah, I'd say that these games probably suffer from one big issue, and that is, my guess is that the developer was also the playtester.
Yeah, I get the feeling that's the case.
And like, it's like the devs definitely need to play their own game to see how it feels, but when you are the only one who tests it, the game tends to be much more difficult because guess what? You're already good at playing the game.
Right. With his later game of Hinadari Beat, it's still got a lot of similar controls for the parkour movements, but it's subdued. And the whole cinematic platforming is also subdued. It's there, but it's much more reasonable than it is in this game.
Okay.
So, like, if you want to play any of the games that this guy has created, the easiest one to play would either be Shin Samurai Jazz or Hinadari Beat. This one just it's the it's the most difficult of the trilogy.
That's fair. It doesn't really seem like the type of game for me, but that's okay. Not every game has to be for every person.
Right.
I won't lie. I probably would have been done about 16 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, like, I'll be honest. This one doesn't have many of the redeeming features that Shin Samurai Jazz and Hinadari Beat does. I know I should be trying to build this game up a bit, but oh man, it is hard to build up.
Why?
I'll play
It's not
Shin
your
Samurai
game. You don't
Jazz
have
just to
build
cut
it
the
up.
world in half.
Eh.
Yeah. Okay. Ah, thank goodness. So those guys that throw the shuriken at you can also frame beat you, and like you can't block their attacks either. So they got frame advantage and you can't block. It's just they're not fun enemies either. That's why level 4 and level 5 are way worse than the first 3, because the first 3 don't have the shuriken guys and these Donkey Kong guys with baseball bats.
I love these baseball bat dudes, though. They're so lazy trying to fight you.
I love it. Yeah, they are pretty great. They're just casually like boom.
I hit your head. Hi, I'm Gus. I hit your head. That's what I imagine. You're like, yeah.
But to try to because the Steam achievements in this game are based on just beating the game. according to people that have bought the game, less than 10% have unlocked the achievement of beating the first level.
I love it.
Less than 3% of people who have bought this game have beat level 5.
Is level 5 the last level?
Yeah, it's the last level. It's the one we're currently in. Because this one gets obnoxious with the timings. It just gets obnoxious. So what level 5 introduces is you see the little enemies that shoot needles out.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to grab the other ledge, but once you grab a ledge, the only action you can do is hold up and go upwards. So I was forced to go into the spikes because I grabbed the wrong ledge. But level 5 introduces where those little spike guys that shoot spikes across the screen that you can't even see them because they're so far off screen will shoot spikes at you, and you need to jump in time for unseen enemies over spike pits that are also on cycles.
Jeez, this looks like a
legit.
nightmare.
Yeah, it's. I think of my original 8 hours playing this game for the first time, 6 of that was in level 5. Just learning the timings for every single individual room.
That looked like a
once you
corner jump, like you landed on the corner and jumped on it. That was weird.
Yeah, you need to do corner jumps.
What? Like they're required corner jumps?
They're required.
Well, everybody.
Or else what? Like it looked like you were fine there.
If you don't do a corner jump, you snap to the wrong position and you just fall to your death.
Because of course you would.
Yeah, you know.
That's how you do parkour, everybody. Jump on the corners.
Okay, so here you go. Here you see one where I had to jump over a spike that was coming at me from an unseen enemy in time with the spike cycle that was down there. And if you don't do that, you know, like if you jump when you think, you know, you should jump based on the spike cycle, if you just go as fast as possible, you will eat it every time.
You know what that level reminded me of, though? Bongo. Because there are plenty of levels in Bongo like that, with the arrow above and the arrow below, and you gotta do a little bongo jump.
Oh, so fun thing. While I'm staying on the screen, you notice the flame clips through the floor? Yeah, that flame could kill you even though you're on the level above. If you see the tiny little clip there, it can still kill you even though you're above it.
Well, that's nice.
That ruined my day the first few times I played. I was trying to figure out why on earth I was dying in that room specifically over and over when I didn't see anything. It's like, oh, the flame is clipping through the floor.
The only thing that really bothers me about this game is that we have severed heads. Severed, like, detective heads going after you.
I think they're Dinky King heads.
I think so. I think they're Dinky King.
Well, as long as he's not doing ASMR, then that's fine.
He might. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Jeez, don't even say things like that, Corndan. I'm trying to curse my life with that.
Ooh. Missed that jump.
Look, I'm sure if you look up on the internet, severed head Dinky King ASMR, I'm sure you'll find something.
Well, I mean, I did find Swanky Kong ASMR about a Taiwanese prison, and yeah, anyways, it was weird. But that's the stuff that's getting recommended to me on YouTube because I made one bad choice.
Well, so I'm gonna ask the important question here.
Yeah.
What were you looking for that got you to that in the first place? Because somehow, I think that might be part of the problem here.
Well, okay, yeah, it was one video. It was specifically Funky Kong, supported Fred Funky Kong picks you up from the airport ASMR. That was what it was. and that ruined everything.
So what were you doing that got you to that
ASMR.
video?
We talked about it on Cuso Grande this weekend, Corndan. You would have known if you were here.
Well, I do. I mean, as much as I spend my time with your crap, I do like spending time with my family.
You do have a life. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's very fair.
No, I got to give you a hard time. I know, go be with your family, but
Look,
they're
if
gonna
I got
be
paid
memes.
to be here, I would be here all weekend.
I would love to pay you if I got enough subs. That would be fantastic.
Whew.
Maybe one
Thank
day.
goodness.
Maybe one day we can pay people.
Wow.
That was a good jump.
Oh man, you have no idea how scary some of these jumps have been for me.
No idea.
The timing on some of these, combined with the cinematic platforming aspect, is just it is scary. And this is by far not the worst room yet. So this is one of the worst rooms of the game, where I said that everything in the game basically has a frame advantage on you. Now we just need to climb up a set of stairs where we just need to go over and over ledges where everything has frame advantages on us.
Oh no. Well.
But it actually worked out just fine.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm impressed.
You say this screen is impossible and then bam, first try.
Well, I mean, right? I've never seen that before, right? Clearly shows up a lot on GDQ. Why can't it show up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, except GDQ, it's always the bad stuff that shows up. Here, it's like, well, I never did the room that well before. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we're like the opposite of pressure here. We get chill music, and so people are able to play a little bit better. That's
Yeah.
not true. Because of our weird commentary at times.
It's good commentary. It's great commentary. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but that's because we're idiots.
So I did a neutral jump again when I didn't want to do a neutral jump.
Yeah.
Again, cinematic aspects of the gameplay. There we go. Okay. Whew. The cycles for these spikes just get worse and worse. This next room here, I need to jump into these spikes on the correct cycle before the spikes go back down. So you need to jump in the air and time it so that you land as the spikes are retracting. That is the only way to get through that cycle.
Honestly, this is possibly a little bit closer to what I'd call a puzzle platformer in that regard. Because, you have to figure out which cycles to get through. I wouldn't say it's the best puzzle platforming, but definitely more puzzle-like.
Yeah. And this is the final room, by the way. Let's see. I need to jump over that arrow and then climb up here. Oh, man. I feel like this has actually went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly it's going to be a world record right here.
Well, what's the time at?
I'm
Like 28 minutes.
Yeah, just about 28.
Okay, well, it's not going to be world record, but it's decent. It's a better showing than I thought it was going to wind up being. But I grabbed the wrong ledge back there, so there was nothing to do besides just grab the spikes, because cinematic platformer.
Here's one thing, that I think is a little bit redeeming about this, because yes, the deaths are cruel and you definitely have way too many of them in this game, but at least you can get back into the game super quickly.
That is true. See, this timing is really tight. Oh, holy moly. That timing, the intentional way is just frames. It is so... Whew, that felt good. That felt good.
Barrel doesn't even bounce off the wall. Is that time?
Yeah, and here you go. This is the final dialogue of the game.
As soon as you step through that door, it'll start over again. This is life after death, and you'll continuously relive the events that led to your death in the way that the afterlife dictates. When you arrived here, you most certainly didn't remember your death, your bokador, their pipes, their knives, etc. You put up quite the fight. However, exactly as it happened before, you'll be shot down by several of my subordinates as soon as you step through that door. You've come this far, but you never stood a chance. This will all be forgotten again very soon, however. But do realize that sticking around here will accomplish nothing.
Wonderful sister, isn't she?
I love my sister.
And there you go. That's the end.
Sweet. Well, good
Okay.
job.
That went better than I expected it to go.
That was a lot of fun. You know, I think that it probably is much more entertaining to watch than to play. But then again, because the controls are extremely difficult in this game, maybe playing it is really the only way to understand this game.
I think so. I think if you've never played it, you don't realize how soul crushing it is until you actually play it for yourself.
So there you go. If you want your soul crushed, this is the game. How do you even say this? Iadoka Interlude?
I guess so. Iadoka. I mean, I have not bothered to ask the dev on that.
Well, cool. Anything else that people should know about that's coming up for you that you're showing off or doing?
I'll probably go back to streaming a bit more Puyo in the next few days. So this is going to be something funny. I'm kind of considering doing a stream partway through of just casual another Metroid 2 remake. So this is going to sound hilarious because I have never played through a Metroid game in my life. Just none of them have ever grabbed me. I'm like, I actually want to play this all the way through. I downloaded another Metroid 2 remake and I absolutely love it. I love it way more than every other Metroid game I've actually ever played made by Nintendo. So I'm considering
Awesome.
Streaming some casual of that.
Yeah, give that a shot. I've only beaten Super Metroid, and I haven't played any of the Metroid Primes, though they have been on my list for a good, 15 years. Yeah, Corndan, I need to. Maybe one of these days, I can play through Metroid Prime.
I mean, look, you are unencumbered by things anymore. You can just go do it now.
Yeah, they got rid of my cucumbers, everybody. No cucumbers. I can actually stream on my own channel.
He doesn't have to grade papers.
Yeah.
Or farm.
So you have so you can also set up now a large collection of unencumbered cummerbunds.
I mean, I used to have a cummerbund, but that's a different story. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you later, Cosmic. Take care.
You too. Thank you guys so much.
Bye. Well, Corndan, that was a lot of fun. And by fun, I mean, I'm glad that I didn't learn how to play that game.
Nope.
Although I still, I don't know how difficult the controls are.
It's bad.
You have played?
I've played some Hinadari Beat. It's bad.
Okay, well, that's
right,
good.
And that's the good one, and it's bad.
Maybe one day. Let's go talk to Tymestalker, though, because we've got a better game coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. Tymestalker.
Hey, Brossentia.
Chasing down the time. Why you doing that?
This is just what I do.
Oh, okay.
The computer's not busted. That's all that matters.
Could you
Yes,
get to a screen
yes.
that has color to the edges, just so that I can capture it easily and it looks like We're probably good already. Perfect. Yeah, so how are you doing? What is up?
Doing all right. Do you want me to stay on character select, or would you rather I go for the title?
This is fine, yeah.
Yeah, you can stay there for just a second as I do a few small tweaks. Because, hey, we've got wild arms. I've got wild arms sometimes when I'm, like, screaming.
Wild Arms is actually a very different type of game. It's Wild Guns.
Oh.
Wild Arms is an RPG.
Okay, here's the deal. Guns are arms.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, there we go. Well, whatever. I see game. It looks good. It looks like it's going to be full of action, and I feel like I might have played this one just a tiny bit before. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Tymestalker, and the game as well.
I'm Tymestalker. How's everybody doing? And Brossentia.
Yes?
Do you like westerns?
Yeehaw! Not usually, but I like anime western.
Do you like science fiction?
Yeah, science fiction's good.
Well, this is a sci-fi western.
Okay, so this is like...
It's Wild Wild West.
Yeah, or Cowboys and Aliens.
Or
if you've ever seen
Cowboy
that one.
Bebop, or...
Yeah.
the one show. You know what I'm talking
Outlaw
about.
Star?
No, not
Outlaw
Battlestar.
Star. Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star. No, the
Yeah.
one that everybody's sad it got canceled. Firefly.
Firefly.
Yeah.
Right.
There we go. Finally, I figured out what I wanted to say. Okay, this is Firefly. You can tell because of the guns. And look at that hat. I love that hat. Who are you going to play as?
I always play as Annie.
Annie, get your gun.
Yep. They're both references to Western stuff. Clint for Clint Eastwood, and Annie for Annie Get Your Guns.
Yeah, one
Or Annie Oakley.
right?
Annie Oakley, yeah.
I'm trying to think if Annie was anywhere near us. Josie was lived right where I grew up. But I
In
don't
your
know about
house?
Annie. No, she didn't live in my house. She lived right. Okay, there was the settlement where I lived, Vernal, and then not too far away, up in the mountains, she had her cabin. Yeah, and you can go and check out the cabin. It's logs. Basically it. Okay, well, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in.
Yeah.
So
Yeehaw.
this game for an SNES game is kind of a weird control scheme. It only uses 3 buttons besides the D-pad.
Carson City.
Yep. Your shoot is holding Y, and when you shoot, you stand in place. So you can't move while you're shooting. If you tap Y, you can do a kind of a baseball hit to anything that comes up close, or you can, if you tap it a few times, you can get a lasso.
Okay.
Your B button is your jump. So in this case, there are 2 different types of jump. You have a regular jump when you're not shooting, and it's a double jump. So it's really useful for getting across the screen pretty quickly. The other,
Okay.
if you are shooting and you hit the B button, you do a dodge roll, which gives you a little bit of invincibility. X is your bomb, which is a screen nuke. You have a limited number of those in the purple circles on the bottom.
Yeah, let me
Yep.
just say that for a sharpshooter, she's really focusing much more on machine guns than anything else. Annie, come on, Annie
Well,
Oakley.
if you had a machine gun, you'd use it too.
Well, yeah, but...
One of the
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, one of the things is this game really does reward you for destroying the stage. You get points for it, and sometimes you can find hidden things behind certain objects. Like in the upper left corner of that first screen, I managed to pick up an extra bomb. And you pick up certain things, like the tables here will have little gems behind them that are worth a lot. And score is actually worth it in this game, because every 100,000 points you get an extra life.
I actually love that who can play as Annie that it, like, because the Wild West was such a chauvinist place, but at the same time, you know, there were a few very strong, notable females of the time, and it's just awesome to have all of this action with her. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the concept of this game. Thank you, Japan, for bringing this
Didn't it
to
just
us.
get a remake not too long ago? Remaster, whatever?
There's a remaster on Steam called Wild Guns Reloaded. They added 2 more characters.
Ooh.
And one of them is Doris. She's a very large woman. Her only attack is charging up grenades. So you can shoot 1 to 6 grenades, I believe. The other is a dog named Bullet that controls a drone. The drone is what fires, while Bullet is the one that can be damaged. But if the drone gets hit, it's disabled for a little bit and you can't shoot. It's kind of it's hard mode on that game, but it's a lot of fun. They added
Can you
2
pet
new
that dog?
stages. I wish. It is a fun game though on there. They added 2 new stages. They expanded the screen because it's also 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. Each of the regular stages in this game follows the same pattern. You have 2 stages where the time is ticking down, and you have to go through the stage during that time. But if you kill an enemy, it lowers the time by a second, each enemy you kill. And then there's a mid-boss that you have to fight. Mid-bosses are arguably probably the weakest thing in this game, just because they're usually repeated. And then you get a boss for the stage at the end, which is what I'm fighting now.
Let's see. Doris could have been named after Doris Day, who played Calamity Jane back in the musical Calamity Jane. Yeah, that's essentially my information for you.
Okay, now we get to the stage select. You can pick any of these in any order. One of the nice things about this game is that your stage order actually matters, because the bosses at the end of stages get harder the more stages you've cleared. I go to Desolation Canyon first because while the stage is hard, for someone not used to it, the boss is actually rather easy as a first boss. One other thing to note about this game is that as an arcade shooter, it does reward you for being in place. And what I mean is, as long as I stand here at firing without doing any other action, I get extra points.
Interesting.
It's hard to do in this stage because too much stuff is coming at you, but you can get up to a 5 times bonus as long as you stay still. And as you see, I'm doing the lasso to keep some of the bigger enemies in place so that they can't actually activate.
Okay.
Another thing to note, right below my score, do you see that green bar? It's kind of partially filled up. Okay, when that bar fills up all the way, you get an ability which is known as your V-Gun. The V-Gun is a invincibility and overpowered weapon for a short period of time. So I will be showing it off in the next stage because I usually want to use it on that boss. Oh, another thing to note. When someone throws dynamite at you, you can actually pick it up and throw it back.
Ah, yeah.
That's nice.
That was a good explosion. Oh, he was a robot, though.
Yep.
Oh, I can't believe robots causing
Now,
all these
this game
problems.
was made by Natsume. And Natsume tends to make a lot of games that I actually really like. Like, they did, on the NES, they did Power Blade, they did Shatterhand, they did Shadow of the Ninja. Yeah, they've done Harvest Moon, they did Pocky and Rocky. But one of the things that I've noticed about Natsume in almost all Natsume games is the music that they have for their games is incredibly good.
Yeah.
I would say, honestly, Wild Guns has probably one of my favorite soundtracks because there isn't a track in the game I don't like.
Yeah, this is great music.
And Natsume just kind of, I mean, reminds me of Capcom in a way that, like, every like Natsume game, they all sound different, but you basically know from hearing them it's a Natsume game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do want to talk a little bit about the different weapons you can pick up. Like, the one I have right now is a grenade gun. It's very powerful, but it's a little bit more of a wind-up between shots. So you notice it doesn't fire very fast. There is a shotgun, which is kind of the mid-range on that as far as weapons go, and then there's a machine gun, which is low power. Meant to dodge roll there. Oops. It's low power, but it fires very fast.
Yeah.
This boss only has 2 real attacks. It does this fire thing, which you can dodge roll through, and then it'll face forward and it'll shoot 6 missiles that'll home in on position. You can dodge them by just moving. If you come to the stage later, this boss actually has another thing where it does that fire thing, but it'll stop in the middle. And so if you're trying to dodge roll, sometimes you'll get caught in it, because when you come out of your dodge roll, you are vulnerable for just a few seconds before you can move again. Now, if you've gone through the first 2 stages and you haven't used to continue, you'll go into a bonus stage, which is what I'm going to do here. And there's 2 of them in the main game and 1 of them that's extra. If I have time when I'm done with this run, I will try and show it off.
Yeah.
Because you can actually do this. This is a game that was partially 2-player. So you notice there's another counter in the corner there. Both players would be able to do this at the same time.
Okay, cool.
And you can have either 1 versus player or 1 versus calm on the bonus games in the versus mode. Now, the guy they're showing here is the final boss depiction of him, anyway.
Okay. Like his glasses.
He's just known as the Kid. Don't ask me why they went with just that, but I'm guessing it's a reference to Billy the Kid. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely would be.
Probably.
He doesn't look very much like Billy the Kid. Like, Billy the Kid was actually pretty much a kid, even when he died. Yeah.
Alright. So now I'm going to go to the ammo depot. And the bonus you get for each stage goes up as you beat stages too, so you get more points than you would if you went 2 here first.
Okay, I guess Billy the Kid died when he was 21 years old. So
that was the bomb. It's as I said, it's a string line.
Yeah, by the way, looking a little bit more about Annie Oakley, she apparently was with... Oh, what? How come I just lost the name? Buffalo Bill. They put on stage shows, did a lot of performances with guns. She taught about 15,000 women how to use a gun, and worked a lot for women's rights. We just don't hear about all that stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, now I accidentally hit one that was a question mark. Luckily, I didn't get punished for it. Because the question mark gun can be any of the good power-ups in this one, but it can also be what is known as the pop gun. The pop gun is a weapon that you have to shoot 50 times to get it out of your inventory before you can hurt something again. It's really annoying.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm going to be avoiding shooting these guys just a little bit, just basically because I'm trying not to shoot their bullets, which is how that thing goes up on the bottom, because I want it loaded up for the boss itself.
So once you get it, it just goes off. You don't have a choice?
Yeah, it is an automatic fire on that. So I'm going to play a little cautiously as far as shooting the guys that shoot actual bullets goes. So it may cost me a little time doing this, but it'll save me a lot of time in the boss fight. Because the boss fight is actually one of the harder ones in this one. You can still blow these things up that are going by. They give you power-ups, and they Don't shoot bullets.
Pew. Crawl away, man. Crawl away. Oh, you
Yeah,
are
the
so dead.
mini boss from the. I'm just gonna bomb and get rid of this because I want it over with. I'll pick up another bomb in the next stage. I actually like this boss a lot. I just don't like dealing with it.
What is this?
This is the gaze crystal.
Oh no. I don't remember this from history class. I feel like they would have talked about the gaze crystal quite a bit. They'd be like,
Well,
yeah.
this actually doesn't take place on Earth. If you notice in the background on some of these, you have more than one moon.
Huh.
Come on.
So this isn't
there we go.
history.
Okay,
That's
so
what
this
you're
is.
saying.
Yeah, this is the V-gun.
Then what did they teach
You are-
me?
You are invincible during this, so you just want to stand still and pelt everything.
Ah, nice. The V-gun. V for
Victory.
or Vendetta or vacuum.
Yes, it's a vacuum gun, bro.
Vacuum gun.
Terror of dogs and cats everywhere.
And the gazing crystal.
So, now we're gonna go to the gold mine. Actually, this stage has actually got one of my favorite enemies in the entire game, because a lot of the enemies in this game are redone over and over again, which is a little sad. They fixed that up a little bit in the remaster, but in the second part of the stage, it has a really funny enemy.
You know, I think that the Wild West is like the coolest American aesthetic out there. Like, Noir era is pretty good. It's good stuff. The Prohibition era. The Wild West just takes it. It's cool.
I'm a big fan of like the noir and the Art Deco eras, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
maybe
yeah, for
maybe
sure.
not as like fancy or exciting as the Wild West era, but it looks really cool, and it gave us things like the Rocketeer.
Yeah, also gave us...
Rocketeer was a fun movie.
Also, Death's Door,
I mean, it's a terrible game,
game
though.
by a developer. Yeah, Death's Door, where he plays a crow in a noir-like game. It's came out today, and I've played it a little bit, and I will be playing it a lot more because I
good?
want to be a crow. Yeah,
I mean, I like crows. There are crows in our neighborhood.
it's good so far. Haven't played very much, but yeah, it's good.
Now this mini-boss has 3 moves, so it's easy to kind of dodge it based on what
Ow.
you see doing.
Don't flash me, bro. Ow.
And it's down. Okay, so this next section, I want you to watch the mine tracks on this especially, because you'll see why I love the enemy in this scene.
By the way, I'm gonna add a flashing warning for the rest of this game, just so everybody knows. We had a little flashing there, and I don't know if it's gonna get worse.
It doesn't normally. It's not as bad as Chaos Edition on that regard. But yeah, I love those guys on the minecarts that are just chilling out dancing on the thing.
Look, if you had a minecart, you would just chill out dancing on it too. You know, let's be honest.
Yeah. They're actually worth, they have crystals that are worth a lot of points. I'm just not getting an opportunity to shoot them like I would normally. Because those are worth 5,000 each. The
Oh
red
man,
ones.
the one thing that you do not want to go into in the
You just
over
got
here in the
knifed.
West is
Yep,
an abandoned mine.
I did not see him coming out of the side of the thing there.
You don't want to go into abandoned mines because there are dancers like that. They're everywhere.
The other nice thing is your double jump is very controllable. Like the second jump, you can change direction. You can go straight up and down. You can go left. You can go right. So it really does make a nice thing to deal with. I'm just gonna end this one right now. I don't like this mini boss anyway.
Yeah, stupid mini boss.
It just repeats those 2 arms coming down even if you destroy them, and it can get really hectic. But since I've taken a couple of deaths, I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about it.
What is this? Even the robots evolve into crabs?
Apparently.
Like everything evolves into crabs.
It's true. It's called crabification.
Cancerification.
I think it's carcinization. Carcelization.
I'm not sure why this mini boss is a crab. Or not mini boss, but stage boss.
Because everything evolves into a crab.
The most dangerous thing from this boss is those arms. But if you stay over here during any session other than when it's doing the covering its face, you're pretty safe, Karma.
Let me Google everything becomes crab.
Carcinization.
There we go. Okay. Because
And it's when a crustacean evolves into a crab-like form.
yep,
And
carcinogen
apparently
is
it's happened
cancer
like
and
6 or
cancer's
7
a crab.
times. Yep.
Yeah. Everything will become crab.
And we have the crab down.
Yeah. Die crab. Why
I
are you-
love the end of level art. Right.
So good.
That is so good.
Yeah, and Clint has his own too. It's really kind of neat. Now we're on to the second of the bonus stages. This one's a little harder to hit things on because they take multiple hits. But you're shooting rocks and barrels.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the manual, by the way, and there's some really good enemies in here. Jack the Knife is a good one. I like Duncan.
Jackknife.
Yeah. Bantana, which looks like a guy who's flying, and they just combined Batman and Santana. And hey, I'm okay with that. Pony Express is an enemy. Yeah, you gotta watch out. Boss characters, though, you've got Big Bertha, Desert Storm, Dungeness, which was the crab, Crystallian, which was the crystal thingy, and Armored Express. Good bosses there.
Okay, now we're gonna go to one of probably, I think this is the hardest boss in the game, is the Armored Train, and it doesn't get any easier if you go here first, so, at least for me. There's just too much on the screen.
Oh my, I love, oh yeah, there's the Bantanas on this stage. By the way, I love that one of the stages is called Desolation Canyon because there are so many places over here that are named like that. I know Starvation Lake, and my mom's like, yeah, we spent the summer up at Starvation Lake when we were kids, and I'm like, that's
Why would you do
terrible.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty nice up there, though. Just takes your own food. Also, the devil made a lot of places out here in Utah. Like, we've got Devil's Staircase. I mean, that's the main Utah devil or satanic piece of land out here, you know?
Oh! I didn't see that thing shoot, actually. Oops.
Oh my gosh. This person climbing alongside the side of the train, I like them. It looks like they're dancing.
He gets to the end and he's trouble.
Uh-oh. What does he do?
He starts firing, oh, I got the P-gun finally, so.
Yeah, P-gun.
No, this is bad.
Oh, no, no
I can't hurt anything right now. Except from grenades, so. There we go. I wasted it.
Yeah. Bad P-gun. That's the pop gun. Aw, yeah, pop gun just go pop, pop. Good for sound effects. Apparently V does stand for Vulcan in the
Vulcan.
game. Yeah, the Vulcan gun, definitely the most awesome weapon. It'll be yours when the green gauge is full. Yeah, the G gun is pretty good as well. G for grenade.
Yeah, the grenade launcher is really good in this instance. It's, like I said, it's slow, but it's very powerful.
Yeah. What about the shotgun? Do you like the shotgun?
I like all the upgrades, honestly.
Okay.
They all work really well.
Okay, that's good to know. Just avoid the P gun.
Yeah. Yeah, this just gets really hectic with this guy because he'll throw dynamite at you, he'll shoot at you, he has minions that'll shoot at you, and he'll come to the front of the screen where he can really hurt. Like, this is the one I always have trouble with.
Yeah, oh, this guy with the jetpack, I love it. Oh no! Dynamite backpack! So, fun thing, in some of the abandoned mines, you sometimes... one of the reasons you should avoid going into them is that sometimes there is old dynamite. And old dynamite is very bad. You do not want to touch it. Because just touching it could make it explode.
I do love the touch at the end of this boss where he flies out and blows up in the canyon.
I love it. So yeah, that's actually a recommendation. Do not go into mines. And if for some reason you're stupid enough to do that, do not touch any dynamite that may be there.
Alright, we're on to the final stage, and this is actually 4 streams of fights.
Oh.
And the first one is 2 mid-bosses.
Oh no! The robot cowboys! Look at them go. They're kind of cute,
You know,
though.
if they combined their forces, they would just be the General Grievous of Space Cowboys.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that you
now
brought
that I've
this
gotten
game.
one off, the other one can't come to the side of the screen. It doesn't have the ability in the AI, so I can just sit here and beat on it with impunity.
Yeah.
It's just stuck. This track is probably my favorite in the game.
Let me just say as well that you're actually making this game look fairly easy. It definitely wasn't this easy when I started trying to play the first couple levels. You can die really fast.
Oh yeah,
I've only played this one.
Oh, go ahead, Corndan.
I've only played it on Arcade Pit, and I died a lot.
Well, one of the
Oh,
problems with the game is getting used to the control scheme. Like, if you... I'm gonna have this now, I guess. I wasn't paying attention to where I was at with it. Oh well. I'm gonna get it again in the 3rd section because the boss is designed to make sure you go in the final boss without any real upgraded weapon.
Yeah, actually, again, to reiterate with the old explosive stuff, my grandfather lost a few of his fingers from picking up an old blasting cap, so don't do it.
And this guy is back again.
Oh, I love him. Okay, he's my friend.
The one thing about him is you cannot let him just stand there. You have to hit him and hit him quickly because his shots come at you very fast.
Okay. Ooh,
Just like
yeah,
that.
that was a very fast shot.
Oh, I thought I was over far enough. Oh well.
Yeah, and considering, like, this does, at least for you, it's a little bit more realistic. One-hit death. You have not had very many deaths in this game. You've been playing very well.
Well, I've played this game a lot. I found out about it through Arcade Pit, and then we raced it, and I just fell in love with it.
That's awesome.
Oh, good. Extra bomb is very helpful. Having 3 bombs at this stage is actually pretty good. I'm just gonna use it to clear out a little bit of the danger here. I do love the little look out whenever something's coming your direction. Okay, this boss is designed to take out your green bar, because it's just going to fire a lot of bullets.
Pew pew pew! Get those bullets out. Yeah, out of your gun, you know. You don't want the bullets staying in your gun. Gotta shoot. Pew pew! You know what? There's a lot of gold here, but it seems like it's sort of like Aladdin rules. Don't want to touch the gold. You just go into your main objective here. This guy.
Now, this is the final boss. This is actually on Arcade Pit. This is a survival challenge. It's survive as long as you can against him.
That's great. By the way, I do. Oh, I have some relatives whose last name was Kid. This might have been one of my ancestors right here.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Your ancestor was from another Earth.
Ancestor wore
I mean, that would
sunglasses
explain so
inside.
much.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a relatively common last name in these parts, and definitely is associated more with outlaws and such. It's
What, kid, comma, the?
Kid, comma, the.
I mean, the had to be his middle name, right?
I hope not.
You can't just be Billy Kid.
Billy Kid. That wasn't... Okay, no, he was called Billy the Kid because he was a kid. He started
Or was
his
that his
crime
name?
when he was like 14.
And that's the game.
No. Yeah! Bam! I've got 2913 here.
Oh, that's probably one of my faster times, honestly.
Wow, you must pay for your horde crimes. Wow. Take that, kid. No, Billy the Kid was born Henry McCarthy, but also known as William Bonney, but also known as Billy the Kid.
We all know his real name was, right, Billy T. Kid.
Billy T. Kid. Yeah.
You can't prove otherwise.
I can't.
All right.
I mean, I might be able to. Like, it would take a while, though.
I'm gonna do... in a second, I'm gonna do a reset just because I want to show off the third part of the bonus.
Yeah.
The versus.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Alright, so... there will be flashing on the front screen for when they do the Natsume logo.
Right, watch out, everybody.
Versus start, one player versus Kong.
Aha.
And you can change the outfit color, by the way, using the face buttons.
Yeah.
With Clint, you can get like this purple, or the red, or the green. With Annie, she's got black, white, red, and blue. I usually go with blue. So the first two are going to be the same as the bonus rounds from the ones we did before.
Okay, yeah, just killing...
It's the third one I want to get to, but it's going to take a second.
That's okay. I'm not in a rush. Like, honestly, we're a little bit ahead of schedule tonight, and it's been nice.
When you tell Tenmicu he can't play the last 20 minutes of his game, way to go, bro.
He only had 5 more minutes left, Corndan. 5 more minutes.
Yeah, I kind of overestimated on this one because I was worried I might game over. I don't always win CC this one. You have unlimited continues, but it goes from the start
Yeah, it's not the
of the
easiest.
stage. Yeah. I do retro achievements, and I mastered this set just recently, actually. It's It's got a lot of fun things doing some of the bosses' damages, but one of my favorite things is you have to pick up so much of the gold items and stuff in a stage to get things, so that was fun to try and do, especially in Desolation Canyon where there isn't a whole lot of that. Oh, and if you shoot those minecart guys as they go back, you get points for that too. Of course, neither of us is hitting him, but there you go. Alright, here's the third one. This one's kind of weird.
I mean, why not bugs?
Robot bugs.
Die, bugs! We do not have bugs that big over here.
That you know about. And you want to know why? Because Annie is protecting you from them.
Thank
So,
you, Annie.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I very much appreciate Annie being here for us.
Yeah, I have actually one of the Natsume games that I kind of want to do for Don't Make Us Bored at one point is Shadow of the Ninja, because that game is actually really fun. It's really hard, like most Natsume games, but it's fun. But yeah, that is Wild Guns.
Nice. Well, good job there. Winner! Oh, she's happy. Even had a little heart next to her. Well, cool. Wild Guns, everybody, played by Tymestalker. That was actually very impressive. This game is not easy. And you made it look like a cakewalk.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so I do need to know, are you streaming anything else these days that people should be aware of?
Yeah, I do a weekly race group out of Smite's Discord called Time Attack. We are racing tomorrow. It's every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow we're doing Kirby's Dream Land, the original on the Game Boy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And on Saturdays right now, I am running I'm not running, but I'm running in a BizHawk Shuffler race that is going on. It's run by StingX2, and Okami of Games is part of it. He actually has already finished.
Wow, good job, Okami.
He finished in 11 hours, which beat the fastest time in it by 13 hours.
Well, you know.
Wow!
It's Okami.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have some interesting games this time around, and we've got a bunch of players this time around that have been on Kusagrande, Okami of Games, Terravan, Residual Deviant, aka Chaos Defrost, has been on, Bendy Human. So it's a good group of guys, and we just hang out and do it every Saturday for 4 hours. We're still using your version of it because we were having some quirks with Author Blues' version, so we decided we were gonna keep using yours for now.
I guess I gotta go, maybe actually update then.
Yeah, or something.
Or something.
Yeah, but we've been having a good time with it, and it's been a lot of fun messing with the shuffler, especially with the different types of games that we shuffle into.
I'm really glad, and now that time is a little bit freer for me, I've been wondering what it would take to do that with RetroArch, and if we manage to do that, then all life might be destroyed.
Yeah, we could get some really interesting systems on there then.
I mean, I would love it if we could get it.
We'll see. I'll play around with that sometime. I'll see what we're able to do. Well, thank you, Tymestalker. Everybody go follow Tymestalker. Lots of fun games, just playing, racing other people, and, having fun. I'm glad that you've been here.
Alright, well, thanks for having me, and I hope to have another game for you in a little while.
Heck yeah! Alright, take care.
You too.
Well, Corndan, before we move to the next game, I want to remind people that Don't Make Us Bored takes submissions pretty much all the time. ! DMUB in chat, and you can see the submission form. We take speedruns, we take showcases, we take blind playthroughs, we take, whatever you want to play. As long as you don't make us bored, we want to chill and chat with you as you play through them. So up next, we have NPC Lives playing through Thoth. I'm going to run a quick ad and we'll be back with that action. Oh, NPC, good to see. We're currently at an ad over on my channel, so, you know, most people still hear us, but whatever.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I had my instant messaging stuff up, so I turned that off before, you know, I started playing this because I didn't want to have any accidental dings going on.
Okay, gotcha. Is this an HD game?
What do you mean?
Like, for capturing purposes? Is it
16 by 9?
16 by 9? In that case, it's already captured, so I don't have to put any work into it.
All that black screen is what's going to be captured.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from that ad. I very much appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you for all the followers and supporters here. Everything that we have to keep the stream running is definitely helpful. So, mucho appreciated. NPC, though, is kind of a legend around here because you ran Silver Surfer. At least that's my assumption why you're a legend.
Okay, I'll run with that. I'll gladly take that as my legend. I always advocate for more people learning Silver Surfer.
Oh, geez. It is so hard, though. Like,
oh, yeah. But once you kind of memorize it, it's kind of easy minus a few RNG spots that make it tough.
Yeah, I can imagine. Honestly, like, what I played of Silver Surfer, I actually enjoyed. I feel like it's overly hard and deserves that rap, but it still is an enjoyable experience, you know?
The thing is that when you are fully powered up, it's actually easier, but it's just knowing where all of your enemies are going to spawn.
Yeah.
So generally your main thing is just mashing till the end of time.
Well, I think we have the game up. How do you pronounce this game?
I've just been calling it Thoth.
Thoth.
So
Yay.
yeah, this was something I bought off the Steam Summer Sale. Alongside a game called 140, which is made by the same company. And yeah, I really enjoy this game.
Okay.
And even though I'm okay and not a speedrunner of it, I still wanted to show it off just because of me thinking it was really, really interesting.
Well, I'm fascinated. I don't even know what genre this is based off of what I'm seeing here. So whenever you're ready, feel free to take it away. Oh, question. Do we need to give any flashing warning or any other warnings?
A bright warning might be in effect.
A bright warning. If you do not like bright lights.
Like, let me show you. You're going to be seeing a lot of colors in this.
Okay, yeah. So if you dislike colors, this might be...
Yeah, I mean...
I think we're going to be...
I don't know how to really describe it. That's all I can really say.
Okay. So, just be aware that whenever they're indie games, sometimes they don't pay quite as much attention for some of the flashing stuff. I don't think there's any reason to worry since, you know, we get red and blue and good colors. And they're sort of all gross, icky looking, or
what
like
is my
water.
Estimate? Out of curiosity.
50 minutes?
50 minutes? Really?
Is that too long?
I was going to say 35, but
we can
if we're going to put it to 50 minutes, I'll show off extra stuff if I don't completely stink at this.
Sounds good. Just give me a countdown and we get rolling.
Okay. Get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
You put in 30 minutes. I don't know why Bro has 50 minutes there.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
So, if you ever played Robotron or Smash TV, this is a dual joystick game where one joystick is used to move, one is used to shoot.
Okay, I'm changing it to 30 minutes.
Okay, fine. do that
Apparently,
way.
your other game was 50 minutes, and I just got confused.
So, one thing, there are checkpoints in this game. You get checkpoints every 4 levels. The first level of the 4, you can continue to play and die as many times as you want. However, when you're on levels 2, 3, and 4, if you die, then you will have another chance to do it, except it increases the difficulty by making all the walls hitboxes.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So the more you die, the harder it gets.
Well, if you die once, it gets harder. If you die a second time, you restart on the checkpoint.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
And so every 4 levels, we get exposed to something new. The thing we get exposed to is once we kill an enemy with those blocks in the middle, it will shoot at you. So
Okay.
you gotta be very careful and not give them any room to kill you.
Gotcha.
I mean,
And-
that is advice for life.
Yeah.
Don't
pretty
give
much.
anyone room to kill you.
This is
Sort of a boss of...
Yeah, usually there are bosses, and that guy will shoot in all 4 directions, and you have to kill him 4 times. Okay, now we get changing color barriers, which every time we kill an enemy, it'll go from active to non-active.
That's cool.
So I gotta get out of here before I kill an enemy and get boxed in. Okay. No. One thing to note is when you kill an enemy, it becomes faster. So because I killed him, it's going to go much faster. If I attack, I move slower. If I let go, I'll actually go faster.
Okay, I've played a few games like that, and it makes for some interesting strategy that you have to do.
Yeah, because you need to evade quite a few of the times. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm making this much... Okay, now we got the black hole. You save that middle thing till the end, because if you kill it, it will continue to grow until it fills up the screen, and it is a...
Oh, that sounds
very-
like a nightmare, yeah.
Yeah, so you try to kill everything, and then you go after the black holes. So I'm going to show right here. So now it's going to keep growing. You can't stop it from growing whatsoever.
Okay.
So now we get the... Wah! Crap.
Yeah, the black holes are definitely just deal with them until, you know, just manage how big they are until you have to kill them. And then
Pretty
kill
much.
them.
Whew. So,
Look, at this rate, we're gonna hit 0 in like no time.
Yeah, this is going fast.
yeah, the lay levels will prove that wrong.
Okay. So these
But
enemies are
right now,
linked.
I am making this look a lot easier than I have been doing in practice. The speedrun of this game is actually a little over... Okay. So you see that background?
Oh,
if
yeah.
I touch it, I will start back on the, I think 44.
By the way, Chad is bringing up sort of an Atari 2600 style. A lot of Atari games definitely sort of have this color palette. Yeah, and the color palette like changes every time that you play some levels on the Atari, just in order to keep it from getting any burn in. So I would agree that this is very Atari-esque.
So now with these levels, we're introduced to the vines, which if you attack an enemy, it's going to create these vines that can kill you.
Oh, okay, those vines are deadly.
Yeah. So you have to be careful.
They're just like moving barriers.
Yeah, moving barriers.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the further we progress, they're going to mix and match everything that we've taken in during the game. So we have a black hole and those barriers.
Well, yeah.
And as you can see, as long as we don't actually do any damage, we're fine. Well, crap. I forgot about barriers.
Right after you were done explaining to us about barriers.
Yeah, I know, I'm an idiot.
Oh, it happens.
I never claimed to be smart.
This is also a good time to plug the fact that there's a bunch of French speedrunners who are going to be chasing after NPC's Zadet record.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Thank you, French speedrunning community. They do some amazing stuff, and playing Zadet is one of those that I highly support.
So now we've got sliders.
I like the sliders. They're kind of cool.
Yeah, they're one of the more harmless enemies, as long as you're not, intentionally trying to mess with them. Because even though they move faster, you can generally... I hate this level. I'm going to be a little quiet while I try not to screw up. Whoa, crap. Yeah, crap. Okay. Shouldn't I get this? Oh, come off it. Woo! Okay.
Look at how easy this is. Anybody can do it.
Listen, I have had many practice runs that ended a lot earlier than this, or I died a lot more than this. So I'm actually quite impressed. Okay, we're already halfway through the game.
Ooh, yeah.
So now we got that.
I don't like that.
Yep, so every time you kill an enemy, it's going to get bigger.
Or smaller.
Oh, crap. There's a barrier that switches color. I forgot about that. Okay.
I love that when enemies overlap, you can't see how many there are. Ooh, that is terrifying.
Crap. So I'm going to be careful-ish, because I'm keeping an eye on where those orbs are going. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
It's better to be careful. Oh, we gotta... Okay.
I do see your question. Is it possible game over? And I do not believe that game over is something in here. Just going back to the last checkpoint.
Yes. So this is one of those levels that has an enemy that you only see once, and it's... I don't know how to really describe these things, other than...
The rotating crystals.
Yeah,
they're
and
the New Age enemies.
And that's the only time you see them in this game, funnily enough.
Now, this font, by the way, that people are mentioning, this makes me think of the font that's used on a lot of Atari games, especially Joust is what immediately pops to mind. I'm pretty sure that's the font used in Joust.
Or something similar-ish.
For doing a t-shirt one time for a convention, surprisingly enough, and I made Atari font, and it was actually quite interesting. Okay, Prey, gotta get out of the way. I think I can kill him one more time.
Oh.
Okay, so now we have the orb, the flashing orb. Whenever you kill an enemy and that orb appears, you teleport. Yep. This makes for a stupid evil boss that's going to be coming up soon. Okay. But you have to always keep your eye on it, because that can kill you too.
Oh no.
There you go. I haven't had to restart yet, and that worries me. Okay. So I have to be very careful. Okay, I have to wait for that guy to... There we go. Because if you spawn onto death, then you will die. Okay, careful.
Wow.
So this is where you have to take note of where your orb is. Okay, we're good now.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. Ooh.
Look, I just want to point out, NPC's like, oh no, that's going to be a terrible boss. It destroys it in one thing like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So now we have time barriers where if you kill an enemy, you can go through the barrier, but you only have a certain amount of time to do so.
Yeah, very small amount of time, like 1 second.
Well, usually gives me a lot more guff. Not saying it's not going to continue to if I screw up, but you know, we'll see. Okay.
Wait.
Okay. Jeez, I'm already at 16. Dang, what's my time?
11:43 right now.
I'm pleased with that. Okay, so now we're
Now enemies wrap around.
Yeah, now enemies wrap around. So this will be more worrisome when we have a ton of enemies in the room. But right now it's just a slight inconvenience. There you go. And like I said, I'm just doing speed running for my, time because crap. Because yeah, the speed run is 9 minutes and it is a tight one. Ah, crap. Yeah, they optimized the sucker out of this game.
Yeah, I can see that. Whew. Well, I mean, getting a time like that, yeah. I love shooters like this, though. They're really fun.
I'm going to be bad at this, but I think I would enjoy playing it.
Well, that's the thing, is that I don't speedrun it because I just enjoy playing it. And I imagine, the Patras, as I call it. Because when you hit it, it goes in and it goes out. It kind of reminds me of the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
That's why I call these the Patras.
I'm thinking more, you got super hexagon stuff here. Wah.
Ah, crap. Okay. Serious time. I don't want to... Ah, crap. I'm just going to deal with... Yeah. So, because I died, I now have to go back to level 12, which was my last checkpoint. Which, to be honest, getting this far and just having to do that checkpoint, I'm quite proud of myself.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm having a really hard time finding this exact font for the numbers, but I know it's somewhere in my memory. This font is so...
It can't be an Atari font because of the way the gaps are, but it's definitely that same sort of style.
It's very close to one of the Atari fonts, if not.
Oh, the worst section, the bar.
Like, especially the number 1. The bar?
So yeah, notice how that bar is going up and down.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. You know, likey.
Me no likey either.
Yeah, but you still play. What?
Oh crap. I just lost my headphones.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good luck, NPC.
Oh crap. I lost my controller too.
No.
Well, Godspeed, NPC. We knew you well.
That's one of the easier ways to do it, is to take out 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's a decent strat.
dang it. Yeah, this area usually gives me a bunch of trouble just for trying to even get past some of this stuff. Because this is one of the worst levels in my opinion. As you can more
Yeah,
than likely
I can
see.
sort of tell.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So now you see how there's one big...
Oh, no.
You have to get them out at the same time or else that's...
Well, that's nice of this game. I mean, luckily there's not a timer in the game.
Alrighty, now we're on the last 4 levels. So now we have the snake.
Don't like the snake. Wait, do you have 3 snakes? No!
Yes.
Yes.
Scary. They don't really track you, though, thank goodness. Well, they sort of do.
Okay, so now we have a combination of... Okay. Something die, please. Okay, I'm gonna kill this so I don't have to worry about my last... No!
Wow. Jerk.
Oh, crap! That was my own dang fault. My own dang fault. I have nobody to blame for myself on that one.
I mean, we would blame you anyway, even if it was our fault.
I blame it on Koal as usual.
Koal!
There you go. So usually I do have a strategy. I just haven't followed through with any of it. Okay. This is a mess now.
Yeah.
Come over here. There we go. So now we have the 5 attack boss. But he also has the impromptu barrier that is going to kill me if I try and do anything wrong. Okay, I think I got him.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
And now I should be able to do this room if I'm not an idiot. Because all you have to do is kill 16 blocks.
So just keep going around in a circle.
Yeah, if you keep them grouped, that's definitely doable.
Here we go, got it. And
Dang.
that's Thoth.
1835.
Well, you want me to do some extra stuff?
Sure.
If you want.
We've got a little time.
Okay.
You got 12 more minutes.
But we have to wait for this to actually go through because this now this is the game over, well, not the game over screen, the end screen where it basically shows all the enemies you killed in every level.
Aw.
So basically this is all 64 levels just being represented in this artistic style.
Yeah, I really like this aesthetic. This is cool.
So how are you guys
Visually
doing?
for me? I'm doing great. Yeah.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, it's like it takes a while, and like we're already like halfway point. So
Eh? Yeah,
I like it. It's neat looking.
but you just see your little dot go into space and become one with the universe.
I love it. No, it's not your dot. It's your Thoth.
Your Thoth.
There goes your Thoth. Any last thoughts on this game?
I love this game.
Oh, I love it.
But we're about to
Already,
do 8.
yeah.
We're going to do 8 and possibly 12, and that's going to change my opinion of this game.
8 and possibly 12? I don't... Oh my gosh,
Okay.
Duke, thank you for that 2,000 bits. Seriously, you're awesome.
So you know how we were counting down from 8, or from 64, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So we got to do 8 in a row without, with the same stipulation, and that we can't die twice. If we die twice, we have to start back at level 8. That's why this is much more hectic, because if you die, every room resets, meaning you will not have the same 8 rooms again. So if I do not pull this off, then it's going to give me a new 8 rooms.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
And just like the other rooms, levels 5 and 8 will have bosses, which is technically 5 and 1 by then. So yeah, this is a. Whoa! I should have gotten hit there. But yeah, these rooms are much, dang it, harder. Nope. Nope, crap.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is hard.
Yeah, I have beaten 8 a couple of times, and I've beaten 12 once, and that was today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 12. Yeah, crap.
I guess
Yeah,
we'll see 12 in a second.
Maybe.
Oh.
It's like, you can just go put the timer until we hit 30, and then we can just call it good.
Okay. Yeah, question. Is 12 the same as 8, just with 12 instead?
Yeah, it's just, it has a slightly harder bosses.
Ugh.
It's like we haven't even seen a boss yet. That's because I keep getting... there we go. So now we're on a boss.
Okay.
Okay. So we got a 5er right here. That's what I'm going to call it. Ah, crap. No. I did this the wrong way, so I'm going to go over here.
So you can continue to do it the wrong way?
No. Okay, I've got to be careful now. The thing is that with this 5 boss, you can kill it really quickly. The issue is that I did not start with the right... Sorry, concentrating really hard right now. Kathy!
No!
Oh, jeez. Okay, so now we're gonna do 4. So, yeah, that's why I'm really trying to be away from that orb. I don't want to get hit by it. So yeah, this, like you see, it's a little intense.
Yeah, a tiny bit.
Okay. Just taking a deep breath. Okay, 2. Okay. And the thing is, you have to just, on the fly, make up your strat. You can't just, play each level over and over again and be like, okay, this is how you do it. No, it's going to shift it up on you. Okay, come on. Die. Okay, so 1.
And a boss.
Now, I try to go after those first, just so that I don't have to worry about them. Okay. So now we're on 12, which means I have to do 12. If you want to stop me at any time, if you're bored.
I'm not yet. I'm stressed.
We'll still gong you a time.
Okay. Because this is really freaking hard. Okay. So we have 11 to go. Oh, wait a sec. I just noticed the bar behind me.
Yeah? That could potentially be an issue.
No, it's definitely an issue. Okay. Oh, crap.
Ah!
So as long as I killed that, I don't have to worry about
Okay.
that. But now we're on to boss.
Oh, I don't like
So-
this.
Ah, shit. Well, that's the thing, is that you have to keep your eye on so much. Yeah.
This is cool.
So I'm gonna give 12 one more try, and then I'm just gonna call it, because I don't want to have us,
Sounds
watch
good.
me eternally trying 12. But I will share one thing after this. But yeah, this is just it's a nice, fun, casual game. I mean, there are no continues because you just go up to the next 4 levels. And yeah, it was just super cheap. Okay. I need them to get away. That's not gonna help. Okay, that helps. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta worry about so much. Get away. Okay. That was perfect.
Nice.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this in an opening area. Nope. I like to generally be in the opening of the Patra, not the closing of.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually easy looking. I'll take it.
Yeah. Thank you, game. Showing a little mercy.
No, the mercy ended right there. Okay. Oh, I got 2. That's nice. Okay. So after this, come on, game. Okay, boss number 2.
Aw, snakes.
Snacks.
Cute. They're coming for you. Hiss, hiss. I'm just joking like this because I know that you can handle the snakes.
Okay. 4 more to go. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything other than that to worry me.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. 3 more to go. Oh, jeez, no. Okay, I have to wait.
This is terrible.
Whoa, crap. Oh, crap. I almost killed myself.
Yeah.
Whew.
Woo.
That was annoying.
Okay. Yeah, this looks like it can be slightly annoying, so I'm going to take it somewhat slow. Whoa, crap. Yeah, this is where it becomes more apparent that if you kill something, it's going to move twice as fast. Crap.
Ooh.
Crap.
Okay.
Come up from the bottom is what's really freaking hard. Ah! Whoa!
Oh no! Whew.
Anytime you want to bust apart, I'd appreciate it.
Oh!
Oh, dang it. Yeah,
So
I'm not
close. Oh,
So,
I'm ready for your
After you-
last thing, though.
so after that, you have 64.
Oh no.
64 is having to do all 64 levels in one go.
Oh no!
If you die once, you go back, or well, if you officially die once, you go all the way back to 64. The issue is that they've made all the levels harder. So as you play, you realize, oh dang, this is really this is much different and even harder.
Yeah.
I don't know what 32 is because I am not a god gamer.
Well, you could be.
You are too.
Okay, let's be honest. I am not. I don't know what 32 is because I treasure my life, and
Yeah,
I'd like to
that's
play
fair.
other fun games.
There are
I
other
mean,
games out there. This is
you
still
could
kind of
submit-
neat.
you could submit other good games to Don't Make Us Bored, or you can do what I did and just submit Bubsy the Woolly Strike Back. Thanks,
Yeah.
NPC.
Really?
You're welcome.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
I told them I'd threaten him with a mediocre time.
I love it. Oh, well, we'll see
But
that
thank you
one
for
of
letting
these
me
days.
Thank you for letting me show off Thoth.
I'm really glad you did. This was cool to see. I'm not as like, I don't see me playing this for a very long time just because the audio really doesn't jive with me. But maybe if I put on some background music, I could really get into this.
Yeah, it's supposed to have that kind of dark undertone when you're like stressing, trying to like destroy all the enemies, especially when you died once and you need to be more careful on the level.
Yeah, and I think I can appreciate that aesthetic. It's just not an aesthetic that I particularly enjoy playing to, if you understand that. But
I do.
the game itself seems really cool. I like it. With that said, that's why aesthetics exist, and you don't need to make every game specifically for me. Make it how you want, because there are people who will love the genuine work that you put into creating video games. Yeah, that's essentially all I've got. NPC, is there anything that you're playing in these days that people should check out? Anything happening?
Well, I have to this week work on Zadet, of course,
Oh,
because I need to improve that world record.
Because you're being called for.
Because I got called out for it today, and I'm like, well, get ready for streams all this week of Zadet, people.
I mean,
But,
Zadet is fun.
The other game I've been playing a lot of, and eventually I'll get to show off, is on Don't Make Us Bored, is a game called A Dance of Fire and Ice.
Okay.
And it's a very unique rhythm game that shouldn't be as hard as it is, but it really is.
Ooh.
And I've been playing it quite a bit. I'm actually trying to play the game blind a little bit, and just being able to do all the music without having to look at the screen to help. So
Okay.
that's something that I'm working on right now. And hopefully that'll be really awesome to show off.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you've got some more projects that you're working on. I love whenever you come around, NPC. Like, seriously, we love having you.
Yay!
Yay! Well, I think that's all that we have. As a reminder, !DMUB is where you can find out about submissions for Don't Make Us Bored. They're always open, and honestly, we are always like
We're basically always
almost
hurting.
out. Yeah, we're always almost out of submissions because we just get a handful of submissions each time. So if you're even considering it, I would appreciate it. Don't forget as well, Big Bad Gameathon has submissions open right now as well. So if you speedrun or do any challenge games with games that tend to be bad, please submit. I want you to. You should.
You should, yeah.
We're gonna rate
Definitely
Tina,
should.
by the way. Corndan, you were talking about Tina's headphones, and Tina is streaming, so I think Tina is a good target. We have a good raid message. We can just put numbers, okay? Like you can spam 64.
64.
Yeah, just spam 64.
Yeah, 64. She'll like all those bits, I guess. See you all later. Have a good night, and I'll hopefully be back maybe Thursday night. I'm probably going to a movie tomorrow, so maybe Thursday night. See ya!
What movie are you gonna go see?
The Quiet Place 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, scary. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye.